including its TV networks like CNN and TBS, while Netflix wants Warner Brothers Film and TV Studios and HBO Max streaming service.
Warner Brothers board has recommended its shareholders to accept the Netflix offer. The Dow from Stifel up 43 points to 50,179. Got road work on 170 going north at Scudder. That's got the left lane and shoulder closed. 270 north at Page. Road work has the right lane, right shoulder closed. There's a crash on 6440 going west at the Missouri River. That's got the left two lanes closed. Impact to Research Park Circle. Exit ramp is closed. 6440 west at 5570.
Not bad at all around town on this Tuesday afternoon. Partly sunny skies. Let's warm it up to about 62. That should feel pretty good. Tonight, some clouds around. It's a little colder. We have a very weak cool front coming by. There might be a sprinkle or a spotty shower, but tough to find. 35 for the overnight low. Wednesday, sunny skies and 50. 33 Wednesday night. Thursday, lots of clouds, chilly 47. Some clouds around on Friday, maybe a couple of showers, but a much better shot of rain Saturday and Saturday night. Could be a good soaking rain, which we can always use. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
We've got sunshine. It is 64 downtown at the Arch. I'm Michael Calhoun, KMOX News.
The Dave Glover Show is sponsored by the Michaels Flooring Outlet, the flooring experts. IGotFloored.com.
Good afternoon, St. Louis. DJ Ask 1041 FM KMOX. Happy Tuesday to everybody. You pull out my old Dave Murray phone here and see what the temperature is. Looks nice. 64.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
No needy for a jacket today.
Did you say no needy?
No needy a jacket today.
I felt gosh darn foolish walking out of the house with the jacket on.
Yeah, I
I
left
said,
mine in
what
the
am I
Jeep.
doing with
I
this
did.
on?
I did too. I walked out, and then when I got in the car, I'm like, oh, I'm so hot. Sweaty.
I had my, I was naked head all day today.
Oh,
I probably
you
will be
walked-
again.
You walked in naked head. I was like, whoa.
Everyone really clocks it. Like, as soon as I walk in, everyone's like, whoa.
it's like, hey,
Ah!
beanie season's almost over.
Just my head.
It's like your head's a different color.
It's just my head.
I
We're
think
used
it's
to your
more-
head being blue.
I think it's more striking because it's a sign of what season it is.
Could be.
You know, and when there's naked head, it means that spring is here.
It's like
Yeah,
when,
it's like the little Mayflowers popping
yeah,
up.
yeah.
or like flies or ladybugs. You're like, you're getting fooled.
No, you're right. Yeah,
This isn't what you
see
think is
bugs
happening.
a little too early out of fall spring.
Oh,
and
yeah.
you all are going to be
Oh,
dead.
man, global warming is getting bad. Glover has the beanie off in February.
I always feel bad for the bugs. 'Cause, you know, they live like 7 days. You know, they're like, yes, it's May. And you're like, sorry.
Enjoy it.
What if they perceive each day like we perceive like a decade, though?
Could be.
I'm sure they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, could be.
Be a raw deal if they don't.
Sure would. But, I mean, they don't know any better.
No, that's true. They
Right?
do their jobs and then they go to sleep.
I can't wait to see my first ever Wednesday. And then it's just over.
Probably how sharks and tortoises feel about us.
Like this one, he made it to Friday.
They're like, I don't know, maybe these hairless monkeys,
Yeah.
like 70 years seems like a long
The
time.
Greenland shark is like, look at all those babies with no fins.
Yeah.
They don't even know anything. I've been around 500 years.
Anything going on?
That's a loaded question.
I just always hate to start the show out with bitching. So, you know.
Right. I mean, whatever we'd have is just bitching too.
I mean, Matt Pauley is in Jupiter. He sent back videos of
Nice.
the facility. So
Really great.
We'll be
how do you
doing,
get there so fast? So many planets away.
Yeah, well, you know, Elon's helping. He's gonna, and so he'll be Rush Hour Sports tonight, live from Jupiter.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Gives me hope.
Yes.
Mhm.
See, naked head, spring training starting. That's not a coincidence.
No.
Yeah, they don't call it cold, miserable bummer training.
Yeah, they definitely don't call it beanie training, do they? It's naked head training.
They've already passed beanie training. He doesn't need it. He's mastered it.
This room's moving so fast today, and I don't even know what you're talking about.
Dave's
I
like,
know I zoned out for a
"What's
second, and
happening?"
now I'm like, wait, what?
We're still on the Nike head beanie thing.
It's National Flannel Day.
Ah,
Oh, I thought you were wearing yours.
no, I would have if it wasn't, 65.
I like a flannel, but I feel like sometimes, unless I get them like very fitted, I just feel very lumberjacky.
Flannel has never worked for me.
Really?
Yeah.
I love
I
them.
don't like a big baggy one on me.
Yeah.
It's cute on other people. I feel uncomfortable
Yeah.
in one though.
I like them almost like jackets. Like I don't like to button them up or anything. I just kind of like to have them on and just like a jacket.
Wish I could.
I have been pretty gutsy in some of my sartorial choices over the years, though.
Oh,
I mean, it was all like the time.
I got you.
I remember in the 90s, like law school and a little bit after. That was weird for me because I graduated from law school when I was 25 or 26, which is very young, but you're a lawyer. And so you still feel like, oh, I can't do young guy stuff anymore. And
You can't do grunge when you're.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I remember getting together with these guys, trying out for a band at my place. I lived in this penthouse in the West End with these two other dudes where Harry Carey lived when he worked here. And they were like hippies. And I'm in this big, nice apartment with this really nice drum set and a lawyer. And I just remember feeling like, God, I wish I were like them. I wish I were cool like them still. I was only 27 or something like that.
27.
27-year-old Dave.
Just a baby.
Just a baby. That's right. Okay, fine. I'm just going to bitch.
I think we waited
Dave's
long
like-
enough.
Dave's like,
Yeah.
I'm going to give it 6 minutes.
Yeah, that was good. We
Yeah.
did really well today.
The time is now.
It is the time. It is the time. No, I develop things I want to say, over the course of between yesterday's show and today's show. And sometimes it just helps to get them out of my face. And Rach, could you play cut number 2 from Senator Rick Scott about Trump's battle with the Olympians?
Let me throw that in here real quick. Sorry, we got to get it up on the page. Sorry. And there you go.
Any person who goes to the Olympics to represent the United States and then says they don't want to represent the United States should be immediately stripped of the Olympic uniform.
So I hate when people lie. I hate when people intentionally misreport or underreport. They're talking about the skier.
Yeah.
He did not say he didn't want to represent the United States.
No.
You can listen to what he said.
Mhm.
You can also listen to about another dozen or two of his colleagues who have had his back. What he said was he has mixed emotions about it, that it's a difficult time to represent the United States because there are many things going on in the country that don't fit with his values. I think any Olympian at any time in our country's history could have said that. It's not like we've had these periods of time in our history where it was without controversy or someone didn't like the administration. I mean, there's always been things like that.
Yeah.
I could see if the Olympics had happened during the Biden era and there was a MAGA archer, I could see him saying like, I'm kind of torn because I don't like what's going on with, 10, 20 million illegal aliens coming across the border under Joe Biden. Here's my main point. I think too many people on the right, specifically MAGA, because I have too many people on the right who are friends of mine who aren't MAGA, who are still very reasonable. I think you really, in my mind, I don't make that distinction anymore. I'm just like, oh yeah, if you're any kind of an R, you're just out there lost. But I should follow my own rules and be more intellectual about it. But here's the thing. I think MAGA only cares about rights when they're selling them to the MAGA people during an election. I don't think they like when you use your rights. This is a perfect example of an American using his First Amendment right to say what he wants to say. Now, you can say, well, I think it's bad form to criticize the United States in any way when you're overseas, like the Dixie Chicks and stuff. And you can have that opinion. That's your First Amendment right. But it seems like MAGA only wants you to carry a gun when they want you to carry a gun. And when it's a time they don't want you to carry a gun, then they all say, including the president, yeah, that's just not good. No, I'm not a fan of that. You can't be walking around with a gun. Well, for 4 years, you said, I'm going to be the most Second Amendment president. Have you ever met a Second Amendment person? Have you ever been to a gun store and had a conversation with the people there? You couldn't be farther away from what true Second Amendment people believe. So tell me I'm wrong. It just seems like you only care about rights when you want to sell them to someone so that you can get their vote. But you don't really want Americans to utilize their rights. Certainly not if it's inconvenient to you. And I think the First Amendment, the Second Amendment, all the way through, all the rights that we have, it's like the right to free speech. It was drilled into my head as a law student that the First Amendment it doesn't matter when you're talking about happy horse crap that everyone believes. It's like when the ACLU sued on behalf of the Ku Klux Klan. That's the speech you have to protect. And what am I always saying, Wheels? I will judge a party, whether I want to be a part of it or not, by how much they hold their own party and hold their feet to the fire. And like it just pisses me off that you have people like Rick Scott, who's smarter than this. He's a United States senator. He knows everything I'm saying is true, but that doesn't line up with his agenda right now. And so I think that people of good heart and good brain have to stand up in times like this and give a counter thought, which is maybe you guys don't really like rights, not when people use them. So that's what it looks like.
Well, I mean, this is a member of the United States Senate threatening punishment for an American citizen for saying words. He's saying they should be punished.
Should be stripped.
They should be stripped of their titles, of their position on the team. And all. So this is a government official saying that you should be punished for exercising your First Amendment rights, which is the ultimate violation of the First Amendment. The government is the one agency that cannot abridge your speech. Your boss can, right? Your company can, because that's not what the First Amendment's about. It is about the government infringing on your rights. And he is saying that we should punish an American for using his First Amendment right. And that's the problem. It's not, I disagree with him. He's wrong about that. Here's why he's wrong about that. It's, we should punish him for saying that, even though he's constitutionally protected.
I mean, look what Trump said.
And you know what it is? I mean, come on, let's be honest. We know what this is. This is people rallying around the most sensitive human being in this country. The one who cannot let anything slide, who cannot be the bigger person. And all of his little minions want his favor. So what do? You fight for the guy that gets offended by everything. And these are the people that are telling us that they're the tough ones. We're going to be tough. Really? You be tough? You're going to cry about everything that anybody lobs your way as a criticism? And then you're going to threaten blowback? That's not tough. You're cowards. If you can't take criticism, go home. You don't need to be there. You can just go home and be rich and be happy if you don't want to be criticized. And anybody that's enough of a sycophant that they're going to continue to kiss ass because it's the way to curry political favor, you go home too. That is that right there. What Rick Scott said is one of the most anti-American things I've ever seen. A member of the Senate saying somebody should be punished for using their First Amendment right.
I happen to believe that my concept of the United States of America, which is my own, given my experiences in education and the whole thing, that my view of America is that it's bigger than any political party, president, senator, or individual. It's just bigger. It's going to be here when all of those people are gone. And I do believe, I'm an institutionalist. I believe that that's where our strength is, and the checks and balances and the three co-equal branches of government and all that stuff which, if you're honest, has really taken a big hit since Trump. But even before that, these presidents during my lifetime have clearly decided, oh, we need to be the most powerful branch.
Oh, my God, yeah.
And they are.
They've been consolidating executive power for decades.
We've also seen what happens when a Congress completely capitulates, rolls over on their back, and shows their belly. That's what this Congress has done.
Yeah.
Now we know that's possible.
Yeah.
Now we know what it looks like, and we know what the outcomes are.
Yeah. I mean, the way this system was set up was not that one branch works for another, but that they're all three equally powerful and independent of the other. But we've turned being a member of Congress into subservience to the president, whoever that president happens to be at a given time, right? So if there's a Democratic president, every Democrat in Congress is expected to fall in line. And when there's a Republican in office, every Republican is supposed to fall in line. That's not how this was set up. This was set up so that Congress should be defending its own power against the executive branch, because that's how we keep things the way that they were intended by the founding fathers. They did it this way on purpose. This wasn't an accident. So why are these people so willing to give up on their power? It's because they want to be reelected. They want the money. They want the backing of people like whoever the president is at any given time, right? They want that endorsement. So their advancement and their place in this world matters more to them than protecting what our founding fathers put together.
Yeah. And I swear to God, I would feel the same way if there was an Olympian saying, I'm really torn about representing the United States of America in the Olympics because we just featured Bad Bunny on the halftime and we're losing our culture and we need to get back to the 1950s. I disagree with that. But it's their right to say it.
And they shouldn't be threatened by the government.
They shouldn't be threatened by the government, that they're going to be stripped.
Yeah.
They get to say what they want to say.
Yeah. I mean, you can criticize just like anybody can criticize.
I can give a counter argument.
The skier. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Tell you guys about Universal Windows Direct. It's a pretty easy sell once you accept that you need replacement windows. If you don't, who cares? You know, go do something else for the next 48 seconds. But if it's something that could be on your agenda for 2026, I feel for you, because watching my television, I pretty much only see drug ads, window ads, and plaintiffs' lawyers ads. That's about it. And so you have lots of companies to choose from. Universal Windows Direct is very good. Their windows are great. Their warranty is ironclad, and they always have a deal for you. During the month of February, the deal is this. Buy 2 windows, get 2 for free with no limit. 36 months, same as cash, 0% financing for 3 years. $500 off your total bill. 314-334-2522 or universalwindowsdirect.com.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
The smartest way to spend your money is not to. Straight Talk offers free 5G phones for new and existing customers on Verizon's 5G network. So the refund money I don't spend on that free phone is the refund money I get to keep for my family. Smart.
Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Taxes and fees apply. Plan purchase required for free phone offers. Copyright 2026 Verizon.
I was ordering food for the office from the same few places for too long.
For workplaces suffering with office food fatigue, every day's a struggle.
Before starting Easy Cater, I assumed having no good vegan options for Carl in finance was normal.
Easy Cater is designed to treat OFF with a huge variety of favorite restaurants, plus tools to help you meet dietary needs and stay on budget. Used daily, one platform lets you save time and shine. Ask your app store about Easy Cater or start an order at easycater.com.
Yes, football is over, and I get it. You're sad. I'm sad, but that does not mean the action has to stop now. That's why betting the winter games on FanDuel makes a bunch of sense, because there is so much action. From game lines to finding your angle on the event you care about most, FanDuel is giving you more ways to stay connected to the action. The winter games are on, and there is no better way to follow them than with a bet on FanDuel. Curling matches start kind of slow. Somehow they get tense pretty quickly. We got speed skating decided by inches. Hockey games feel intense from opening face-off. Which country will have the most to brag about? How about most gold medals or most total medals? It's all there for you on the FanDuel app, an app that is easy and secure. FanDuel.com/Missouri to get started. FanDuel, the official sportsbook partner of KMOX. FanDuel, play your game. 21 and over and present in Missouri. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Zero Res wants to give your home the love and attention it deserves. Get 3 rooms of carpet cleaned starting at just $119. Take $75 off your air duct cleaning. Book online at ZeroResSTL.com and mention the KMOX special.
Join us on February 15th at Powell Hall as the St. Louis Symphony Orchestra and St. Louis City SC brings us Eternal, a tribute to Tina Turner, presented by Purina, with special guests Brittany Howard of Alabama Shakes and Kennedy Holmes. Experience the ultimate journey through Tina's immortal catalog. Tickets are limited. Get yours now at slso.org.
A century strong. The voice of St. Louis. KMOX.
Welcome back, guys. DGS. Rachel, let's play the Megyn Kelly sound just because I don't like her.
Football, that kind of football, is ours. They call it American football. And the halftime show and everything around it needs to stay quintessentially American. Not Spanish, not Muslim, not anything other than good old-fashioned American apple pie. There should be a meatloaf, maybe some fried chicken, and an English-speaking performer.
Whoa. Okay, I'll be the
She
one.
might have just been hungry.
Dude, I'll be the one to say it because you guys are going to sound way worse than me saying it. She needs to calm down. Being like, football. Like, dude, why are you yelling? I don't understand why you're yelling and enunciating so much. Let's take a breath, Megyn. It's okay.
You know what I really think it is? And maybe this is just me being cynical or into business.
She needs to smile more.
But this.
I mean, it wouldn't hurt this situation. Look, once in a while, that is a fact.
This is a very, very volatile, here one day, gone the other, dog eat dog business of show business. And she hasn't been relevant now for 5-10 years, something like that. And with any opportunity, I think these sort of B and C list players are just auditioning for whatever they're auditioning for.
Yeah.
To get back on Fox or get a bigger podcast.
Throwing it at the wall and hoping something
it's
sticks.
so over the top. It feels like she's doing a parody of herself. Like, just listening to that, I went into like fight or flight mode. Like, why are you screaming? I don't understand why you're screaming.
You visibly jumped when the clip started and she
Well,
started screaming.
There's only 2 possible things she's doing there. One, she's just playing a role and she knows exactly what she's doing, and she's just trying to scare and anger the people that she knows will watch her because that's what keeps them coming back. Or she's a moron. Do these idiots that criticize the NFL not understand who owns these NFL teams and who they donate most of their political money to? They're billionaires. These franchises are worth $5, $6, $7, $8, $9 billion. Do you think these titans of industry are all lefty liberals who couldn't wait to bring more anti-American sentiment to the Super Bowl? They are just capitalists. It's all that they are. Bad Bunny is one of the biggest selling artists on the planet. This drew audiences from parts of the world they don't get audiences from normally. That's what they care about. And most of those owners will now turn around and give a bunch of that money to Republican candidates. They usually give to both because they need favors from both. But like, who are you even talking about? You're talking. I mean, if I had to guess, and I don't know for sure, but I had to guess, at least 75% of NFL owners are conservative, and a bunch are probably MAGA. They're probably buddies with Donald Trump or that in that class of people. What are we yelling about? You think they're the ones that are actively undermining American society, or do you think they're just a bunch of rich guys who want to be richer? So you're either a moron, or you're doing it on purpose to rile people up because that's how you get your attention.
There you go. So, guys, about Dr. Kathleen Maupin and her daughter, Dr. Rachel Sullivan at BioBalance Health. And you know what they do because you listen to the show frequently, and I talk about BioBalance every single day. And I've heard from so many people in the waiting room waiting to get my testosterone pellets who listened to the show like, hey, man, I listened to you for like 3 years before I got up the nerve or just got desperate enough, whatever it is, to get my blood test. And I'm really glad I did because I found out this and that. And look, if anyone gets procrastination, it's me. And it's not always like, oh, I have something I need to do in the next 2 days. Let me do it tomorrow. Sometimes it's like, I'm going to put this off a season. I'm going to put this off a year. I'm going to put this off till after Nick's wedding, whatever it happens to be. Get it, been there, done it, do it every day. I just happen to have been in this world. And when Dr. Maupin personally said to me, you need to come take a blood test, I did, and I'm glad I did. So if you're not feeling like yourself, things aren't working right, go to biobalancehealth.com, see about getting the testosterone pellets.
Start your day with an edge.
Total Information AM.
It's like breakfast for your brain. I wake up, I turn on the news.
I gotta listen 3 or 4 times every day.
Debbie Monterey, Megan Lynch, Tom Ackerman.
I like to wake up with the news.
Total Information AM.
It's where I get my news. Traffic conditions and potential weather that's coming.
Total Information AM. Weekdays 5 to 9.
I like to turn it on and just get caught up.
Where I get my news. The news, weather, and traffic.
On the voice of St. Louis, KMOX.
Dreaming of college but worried about the cost? The Together Foundation is here to help. The Together Foundation is awarding 5 $1,500 scholarships to St. Louis area students who are ready to take the next step toward their future. Applying is simple, but time is limited, as applications will be accepted through March 31st. Learn more or apply at togethercu.org/scholarship. That's togethercu.org/scholarship. This community message has been brought to you by Together Credit Union.
Here's Dave Murray's weather forecast.
It's a quiet and sunny Monday afternoon across town. Temperatures mainly in the 50s, though downtown may just touch 60 degrees. Tonight, clear skies, 42 for the overnight low. The evening, not too bad. Tuesday, partly sunny skies start the day. Increasing clouds during the afternoon, 62. Couple of spotty rain showers around Tuesday night. Wednesday, a couple of spotty early morning showers. Otherwise, sunny skies on Wednesday. 50 degrees, a little more unsettled as we hit Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and into Sunday. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
If you've ever thought about donating to the Humane Society of Missouri in the past, watch these true rescue stories. They will inspire you to take action today during their 5th annual Day of Giving. Watch and donate at hsmo.org/dog.
Man, it seems like February is flying by, and turns out Valentine's Day is already coming up. It's this Saturday. I want to remind you guys, Schnucks is such a great place to do a little Valentine shopping, whether you're planning a special meal, cooking a nice dinner for your Valentine, or you just want to get some chocolates or some flowers. Schnucks is going to have something for you. Of course, they also have their little section with their greeting cards and stuff. So you are covered if you stop in at Schnucks and see what they have in store for you. And if you use the Schnucks Rewards app while you shop, you're going to earn 2% cash back on every single purchase. Plus, that Schnucks Rewards app is great for making your grocery list. It shows you where things are in the store. There's tons of digital offers and coupons, even personalized savings based on what you typically buy at Schnucks. It has made my life so much easier, and at this point, I don't go grocery shopping without using my Schnucks Rewards app. That's how much I love it. Go download it today, the Schnucks Rewards app.
Why do the national tax resolution firms need the tiny fine print at the bottom of all their TV ads? Hi, this is Lance Story with the Lance Story Law Firm. You don't hear fast-talking disclaimers in our ads because the claims we make are 100% transparent. The Lance Story Law Firm primarily focuses on one thing, IRS problems, and we're regulated by the Bar Association, and we have a AAA rating with the Better Business Bureau. IRS issues are serious legal issues. The Lance Story Law Firm has helped thousands of clients navigate the best resolution plans, and we tell you up front exactly how much it'll cost. Tax resolution law is all we do. So before you send money to some out-of-town, high-pressure salesperson, give us a call at the Lance Story Law Firm, located right here in St. Louis. Call today to schedule your free consultation with me, 314-260-6120, or visit LanceDruryLaw.com.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
Hey, it's Matt Pauley. I'm in Jupiter, Florida, covering Cardinals spring training as the Redbirds get ready for a new season.
Listen for Matt's Reports Daily. Sponsored by St. Louis Composting and Happy Roof on the voice of the Cardinals, KMOX.
Welcome back, DGS on KMOX. I had a bad moment today.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. As I've said often, we have 2 bathrooms. One is the public bathroom. The other is also a public bathroom, but it's just the one-holer. It's the executive bathroom.
It's a special one.
It's right by the office that Rach and I share. And so I didn't expect number 2, but when I got in there, I had to do it.
Yeah.
And as I'm walking out, I ran almost physically face-to-face into one of our salespeople going in the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say who because I don't want to embarrass her, but it was like a car wreck. I had so much time to think about what was going on.
Yeah.
And I said it in my head 15 times. Hey, sister, do yourself a favor and come back later.
Yeah. You may want to turn around.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which I know her well enough, and she knows me well enough that she would have been like, thanks. But I just panicked. And I'm like, oh, good timing. And I just, walked to my office, shut the door, and told Rachel what just happened.
Yeah.
That's so funny. The way you tell that is so funny because the look on your face, you're like reenacting it.
I was just like, oh, you got to be kidding me.
That's tough.
And it's a girl.
That's tough.
Oh my
Maybe
God.
she thought it was the person before you.
Yeah, the
That's
correct
my
thing.
only hope.
The correct thing to say is that it wasn't me.
You could have been like Wheeler was in there
You
first.
should be like, man, something's wrong with the sewage or something. It's terrible.
Yeah.
Just a warning, it was bad when I went in there.
Right. Which just makes you look worse.
No, I know.
Yeah.
Just makes you look
There
worse.
are only 2 ways to play it. One of them is the way that you did it. You just move along.
Just move along.
Or you got to make a joke. There's only 2 options.
Yeah.
So there have been times where I need to use the restroom and then I see someone walk out and I'm like, okay, I think I know what just happened. And then I don't want to use that one anymore, even though it really makes no difference if there was
Yeah.
a 30-second.
Right. If you
gap
walked past
or-
there 10 seconds later, you wouldn't know anything.
Exactly. But just psychologically, I'm like, you know what? I'll go to that other toilet that everybody's using.
Yeah. It's always weird to me. Like, I know exactly what a toilet is and how it works, what it's for. But to think like, oh, that guy's butt was right where my butt's going to be.
Yeah.
It's a little intimate.
I mean,
Yeah.
Has it ever been any other way?
No, other than like
In life, I mean, like in the history of the world.
Yeah,
it's-
no, but like I've never.
Yeah, this is the best it's ever been.
I know, exactly.
I've never used one of those covers that you put on. That just seems so.
Well, they're pointless.
Difficult.
Oh,
I mean,
like
yeah,
the disposable
thinnest,
ones?
the thinnest piece of paper you can possibly make is going to protect you from anything.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like
just
them.
the thought.
Medieval Dave is like, you ever think about somebody else just used the hole in the middle of the floor, like right
They were
before you
probably-
do.
The problem is you're probably just sitting there crapping next to the person at the same time.
Oh, for sure.
It's like crapping.
Yeah, that was.
Don't go in there and just crap.
What do you want me to say?
I felt that.
I don't know.
I felt that.
I don't have a better
When
answer
you're
for you.
just sitting there making number 2 right next to you.
A little better.
There was a scene like that. Did you ever see? You guys didn't see the HBO show Rome, did you?
No.
I think it was either Rome. It might have been the Spartacus show, but one of them. They're just walking down the street.
Not what I thought that show was about.
Two guys. No, it's like the time. This is the world that it was. They're walking down the street and they're just talking business, and then they both have to do business, and they just go do that in a wide open outhouse type thing, sitting next to each other, and they're just using the brushes that are there that everybody uses. Like, what in the world?
Yeah, I've never been in the military. I know that.
We probably could have left that scene out.
Yeah, you're right.
Obviously, you got to do what you got to do if you're like,
Yeah.
But in high school, the only toilet we had in the boys' locker room was a toilet, not a urinal, a commode, and it had nothing around it. It was like Shawshank. And the only person that ever really saw use it was Coach Welker, and boy, did he use it. And being in 7th grade, weighing about 47 pounds without a single hair on your body, and seeing this 6'4", 350-pound man taking a Duke, you're just like, what's happening? What is happening?
I don't know if he should have been doing that in front of all them kids.
Remember, this is where they checked you to make sure you're wet enough from the shower, or else they'd swat your butt with the paddle.
Yeah. I mean, I don't defend that either.
No.
I don't know if they should have been doing that.
It's just
one
that the
either.
further you go back, the more stupid, weird things were just the way things were.
Just the way things were.
Not saying they're good. It's just the way it was.
And then we wonder how we got here.
Yeah,
with the
I know.
Epstein pedophile island.
Well,
That's kind of a big jump.
yeah, I was going to say that's a bit of a leap.
I mean, it's all systemic.
Kev, this doesn't apply to you because you're obviously fit. You work out all the time. But the second part applies to you. Unfit people, define that how you will. I love this number. Are 775% more likely to have angry outbursts.
Really?
Yes.
Huh.
How interesting. Does it say why?
775. It probably did in the article. I don't know.
What's really fascinating.
Didn't say so in the headline.
What's really fascinating is there are so many studies that look at a specific thing or category of people and will come to a conclusion, right? Like that one. I mean, I got a thing on the rundown. There's a sociologist who's like, yep, heavy metal fans are the nicest, happiest people in the world. That they studied it, like the behaviors and the way they treat other people, because they feel like the angle is they learn how to manage anger because the music is angry and you kind of get it out. You get through it, you deal with it, and then you feel better. And what's interesting though is what if you're an out of shape metalhead? Do you have the outbursts, or have you dealt with anger? Because it's like I want some of these studies to like merge topics and see how do we do when we start merging topics.
So out of shape people have outbursts more?
Yes.
That's what it says.
Yeah, it's because we feel like crap all the time. I can't say that easily.
Well,
what is it? What's the truth, Rach?
It says that regular exercise acts as a buffer that rewires the brain's response to stress. So if you are in poor physical health, lack of sleep, or poor diet can diminish the capacity to manage stress, causing intense, disproportionate emotional volatility. I mean, it makes sense to me. That's kind of what I was thinking, because they always say like nothing is better for mental health than regularly working out.
Yeah.
What about whatever it is that I do? Where does that fall?
You need a different name for that. Okay, this is going to sound like a bit like, hey, let's take phone calls. It'll probably go nowhere, like most of my bits. But I was thinking to myself last night about things that everyone seems to like and I don't. And so I'll give you a couple of them and wonder if you guys have things like this. Acapella music. Just people singing acapella, just singing on their own. Just makes me want to cut myself with something sharp. I just absolutely hate it. Barbershop quartet, religious stuff, anything at all. Maybe Seven Bridges Road with the Eagles. But like anytime a bunch of guys are like, I'm just like, oh, just stop it right now.
This is the three of us actually had something prepared for you, Dave. That might change your mind.
And one.
Two.
And then the Traveling Wilburys.
Why do you hate them so much?
What's wrong with them?
Because their music sucks so hard. Like,
doesn't your son love them?
I don't know.
I feel like one time you were talking about
He's
how much
probably
Nick
not even
loves
my son, and it's the best example to me of its component parts are great. How did you make such a crap band out of all these great rock stars? But they did. And like their big hit, like the end of the line, I'm just like, oh my God, what could I do for 3.5 minutes instead of listen to this? You guys have anything like that? Unpopular opinions?
I mean, I'm not super crazy about the Traveling Wilburys, I guess. I don't feel quite so strongly, but I'm not necessarily a big fan.
All right, I've got something.
Okay.
I don't like the Easter eggs.
In movies?
Yes.
Or just eggs.
I was going to say, I thought you meant this as an actual Easter thing.
No, I don't. Whenever it's like
Easter.
a tip of the hat to all of the fans out there, I'm like, can you not? Like, I don't need this.
What's wrong with that? Well,
there's nothing wrong with it. I
What's the
just
problem?
personally don't like it. It doesn't make me feel like in the know or special. It actually kind of makes me think you think I'm stupid or something. Like, wouldn't it be cool if the lightsaber was also over here? I'm like, I don't care. It's not for me. That's why it's an unpopular
Just
opinion.
think if Roy Orbison had that lightsaber.
I know it's unpopular. And that's why I'm
Wheels, what you got?
shouting it out now.
Old-timey movies, Christmas carols, just
Christmas carols.
Yeah, they're the worst. And it's not the lyrics that are the worst. It's the songs, because the songs are all old-timey, old people songs. Can we get new ones? Can we do modern music more often instead of like, we're going to just sing the same song we've been singing for 100 years?
What's your take on carolers, Dave? Hate them?
Don't knock on my door, please.
Yeah, I've only had them come to my house once, and it was one of the worst 2 minutes of my life. So I like the idea I get. Yeah. That's fine. I'm not anti-festive. I just don't want to be a part of your festivity.
Yeah. Leave me out of it.
Maybe they've come to my house. I would never know. I would never open the door.
Ooh, the chat is backing me up on the Easter eggs.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, they do nothing for the plot. That's why they're called Easter eggs. They're fun.
They're little tips of the cap.
Once in a while, but
if you know them, you know them.
If every movie contains 3 Easter eggs, it becomes less special.
Well, every damn movie is based on either another movie or a book or a comic or some. You know what I mean?
Yes,
like,
I hate it. Just make a new movie.
They put Easter eggs in because it enfranchises the Easter eggs because they can't just come up with their own damn idea no more.
As someone who's typically not in the know,
darn it.
Especially when you watch a movie with someone and they're like, "Oh, that's Groku's jockstrap," and you're like.
And what a strap it
is.
It's
like, I guess I'm just not going to
I guess I'm just not going to enjoy anything else that happens here since.
Yeah, but like most of them, you wouldn't even know it.
That's the thing. So you've talked about this before, Dave. You're like the Easter
concept,
eggs make me feel like I don't even know what's going on. But that's the point. The point is that Easter eggs are not plot intensive. Doesn't matter. But if you see it, it's like, oh, that was that thing from the thing.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like actively being on the outside. Because you're telling me.
But you won't know it.
Yeah, you don't even know you're on the outside.
You'll know it. You can sense
it.
Yeah,
you know it because they're always like, the camera just lingers a bit too long.
You guys just sounded like the Traveling Wilburys.
We did seem to do the exact same noise.
Yeah,
same reaction.
You guys acapella.
Rach,
you guys harmonized.
Were you at band rehearsals?
That's Bob Dylan.
You guys are both going. Ugh.
It's like they feed someone borscht, and then they do a close up, and everyone goes, and you're like, okay.
That's not what I'm detecting a lot of insecurities.
Oh, big blonde
from the east half of the room here.
Dan nailed it. Easter eggs are like puns. Sometimes, only sometimes are they good, but far too often overused. Couldn't agree more.
You guys are out of your mind.
I know, it's crazy. It's like the thing you'll never even notice in a movie makes you mad.
We know. We see it.
Yeah.
If you see it, then you're not on the outs. Then you get it.
No, and that's why it's so dumb. It's like, oh my gosh, do you think I'm stupid? Like, do you think the only reason I'm watching this movie is so I notice the
Let
little
me give you a better example. When I was watching Pluribus, I knew it was made by Vince Gilligan. I know he made Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
But I got so friggin' sick. Every time I went to TikTok, people are like, "Did you notice the salt and pepper shaker? They're the same as Saul had." And I'm just like,
so you're not mad at the show. You're mad at the stupid TikToks.
If the show didn't do it, then the people wouldn't be pointing it out, which would make me feel like I'm on the out.
Oh, they'd find something stupid to talk about.
Every spring brings promises, and every spring delivers surprises. This year, the Cardinals are writing a new story, and there will be plenty of surprises. Matt Pauley is in Jupiter with inside access to Camp Cardinals.
Presented by St. Louis Composting. Composting, growing gardens and making memories. And Happy Roof. We always create happy endings.
From breakout performances to roster revelations, get reports throughout the day on the voice of the Cardinals. KMOX.
Join Mark Patrick Hypnosis. Lose the weight or stop smoking. Guaranteed only $59.99. Saturday, March 7th at the Residence Inn by Marriott St. Louis Westport in St. Louis. Weight loss hypnosis starts at 11 a.m. Registration at 10:30 a.m. Stop smoking starts at 2 p.m. Registration 1:30 p.m.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Saline from Vicks.
Sinex Saline nasal spray.
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Saline instantly clears everyday congestion associated with colds and year-round allergies with a gentle, ultra-fine mist that's no mess and easy to control.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it.
Enjoy life's important moments without congestion. Try Sinex Saline from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
Neil Biden's been with me so long that Tommy Ribicki
who's the CEO now, a fully grown-ass man, was just like a teenager. I think he was probably 19, 20 years old when I first met him with his dad, Ken. And they had, Ken had survived pancreatic cancer, and to continue practicing as a doctor while he was going through his treatments, he created Neovitin, kind of a truly like a bathtub vitamin. And then he marketed it, and he was in a couple of mom and pop pharmacies, and I'm not going to take credit for their success because now they're nationwide. But I know a little bit from my Foxpaw adventures and getting into Schnucks and Walmart and things like that. There's a very, very high wall to get into any sort of a grocery store. And so to get in there and then to multiply and have grocery stores reaching out to you from across the Midwest and beyond, it means that the Neovitin formula really, really works. We have Neovitin Classic that anyone can take, Neovitin for women, and Neovitin for people over 50. All you have to do is go to neovitin.com.
St. Louis has a voice.
KMOX, the voice of St. Louis.
That voice has shared our stories from headline to history.
In afternoon programming for American radio. The program is called At Your Service.
Among those voices, Mike Kelly.
Kaufman at the 11. Kaufman hurdles a man at the 5, fighting for the end zone. Touchdown, Missouri!
Working at KMOX is an honor and a responsibility to represent this community. It's one we take seriously. KMOX, the voice of St. Louis.
I got you something extra special for Valentine's Day.
Yeah?
How does a blow and go sound?
I like it.
Great. Air Comfort Service will be here on Monday.
Wait, what?
Our attic insulation is in bad shape. Air Comfort Service heating and cooling and insulation can top off our insulation with blow and go and make our home more energy efficient. We can save up to 30% on our energy bills.
I love it when you talk savings to me.
Schedule your blow and go attic installation from Air Comfort Service. Visit aircomfortservice.com/blow today.
2 St. Louis icons, 1 legendary tribute. Join the St. Louis Symphony Orchestra and St. Louis City SC at Powell Hall on Sunday, February 15th for Eternal, a tribute to Tina Turner. Presented by Purina, with performances by special guests including conductor Anthony Parthener, Grammy award-winning artist Brittany Howard of Alabama Shakes, and our city's own Kennedy Homes. This is your chance to experience the ultimate journey through Tina's immortal catalog. Tickets are limited. Get yours now at slso.org.
Oh man,
Rach and I need to be separated.
You guys need to,
I'm going to start sharing an office with Wheels.
You guys totally rehearsed that.
no, that's the sad part is we did not.
It is, if you match those wave files, they're going to be perfect.
I mean,
they're going to be perfect.
I sensed it as it was happening too.
Oh, God almighty.
Saw me on my phone there on the stream. I was texting with Trish Gazelle, and she hates the Traveling Wilburys too. She likes acapella, but hers is she hates folded chips, like a Crunchers.
Oh,
or a kettle chip.
Yeah, they're the best.
You know, where the chip is folded on
or
itself.
they can be like little,
So they're double thick.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Just too crunchy.
So great.
She said she likes thin chips, and she feels like it's greasier if it's doubled over. And those are my favorite chips. Like, I'm always afraid someone's going to clock like a Seinfeld episode that I'm eating all the folded chips.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm the same.
Oh, I saw a video the other day of a girl who was like, my friend gave me an open bag of chips for my birthday, and I thought it was so weird until I looked inside. Her friend had went and bought a bunch of bags of chips and only picked out the folded ones for her because that was her favorite. Yeah, I thought that was cute.
That's very sweet.
So you had to touch all the chips, huh?
Yeah, I didn't like it either, but it was nice for her. She appreciated it.
So you just were rooting around in there with a whole hand, huh? Okay.
That's funny.
Thanks.
To what degree would that bother you?
Yeah, I mean, I would probably, I guess it depends on the friend.
Yeah,
Like, not to be
it does depend on
not
who
to
it
be a
is.
jerk.
You don't have to say the name, but can you think of a friend whose meatball you wouldn't want?
Yes.
In the
I
box?
can think of almost only friends whose meatballs I wouldn't want. It is not a, I got one person in mind. I've got hundreds.
You don't want me because last night I washed my hands at the kitchen sink And I do it so infrequently that I caught myself going, look at you washing your hands in the kitchen sink.
What if I started doing this all the time? That'd be
Pretty good for a
crazy.
guy who's just a baby.
Just a baby. I cannot believe how synced up
our
that is.
spites joined forces.
Yes.
You guys were of one mind at that moment.
If my baby made that sound, I would take it back. Can I exchange this?
Oh man.
Any other one in the NICU, whatever. Just give me one of them.
Yeah, just give me any baby.
Give me any of
Oh
them.
my God.
Any baby but this one. Couple fun facts.
Sure.
Llamas are no fault in Georgia. According to Georgia law, anyone injured or killed by a llama or when working with llamas is not allowed to sue because they have assumed all the risk by interacting with a llama.
You know, like some rich guy had a llama once, and he got up to the higher ups. Is this Georgia the country or Georgia the state?
I'm assuming the state.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're crazy with llamas down
Well,
there.
because Georgia the country, I mean, we don't know what goes on down
Yeah,
there.
that could be like their most reasonable law.
Yeah,
I have
right.
no clue.
Yeah, the llama could be the president down there. I don't know.
The sound of Darth Vader breathing is trademarked.
Nice. What does that mean?
I guess you can't do it.
Or you can't do it for professional
For
purposes.
professional purposes.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, what's his name with the, are you ready to, you know what?
Right, like Michael Buffer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, we're all so tempted to do our best Darth Vader breathing right now.
Well, you're not going to get in trouble for it.
Yeah, do it.
You know what I think we should trademark? Get paid every time somebody does that.
Oh, my God.
The trademarking office is like, that's fine. You can have
Yeah,
it.
you got it.
You don't even have to pay
We're
for
going to
it.
give you a patent while you're at
If
it.
anybody else does that, they should be sued.
I'm Piera Palazzolo, VP of Digital Marketing for the American Management Association, a company focused on the management training skills needed to enhance the careers of business professionals. We did our research when it came to the best companies for website development and chose AmericanEagle.com. And we couldn't be happier. AmericanEagle.com worked closely with us to understand the front and back end requirements needed to launch an e-commerce website that could handle the complexities of running thousands of seminars nationwide. Our robust new website and improved SEO saw immediate increases in site traffic and web revenue. If you're in need of managerial effectiveness and success, visit our website at Amanet.org. If you're in need of a website that provides an unparalleled consumer experience, I highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Transform your business today. Dial 877-WebNow1 for a free digital consultation with AmericanEagle.com.
Tell you guys about Michael's Flooring Outlet, my oldest running client. I started in October 16th of 2000. So we've been together a quarter century. During that time, literally thousands and thousands of DGS listeners have been to one of the three locations of Michael's Flooring. It doesn't matter whether you're looking for hardwood or wall-to-wall carpeting. They will loom you an area rug, exactly the colors that you want, exactly the motif, tile, linoleum. And here's the thing. Our competitors sell against us by saying like, oh yeah, that's a seconds place. It's a cheapy place. Not at all. We have everything brand new in the box. We have Mohawk, Shaw, Coronet, all the big names like everybody else. We just charge less, which drives our competitors crazy, and we have better installation. Go to michaelsflooringoutlet.com to find the nearest location to you.
In a world in need of a hero, one man rises to the challenge in style. He is
just driving the kids to soccer practice.
Make every day feel epic in the all-new Hyundai Palisade Hybrid with up to an EPA estimated 619 miles of range on select trims, advanced tech, and class-leading interior space. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details.
And hey, come on, no cleats on the seats.
This is the story of the one.
As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hi, it's Kevin Wheeler here with Gloria Liu of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. Welcome back, Gloria. For years now, you've been on KMOX helping families plan their next big move with your Guaranteed Sold program. So for those planning to sell their home this year, what's your best advice?
Thank you. My advice is simple. Do your homework before listing your home. Our market is stabilizing, inventory is tightening and moving fast. In other words, the realtor you choose to sell your home really matters. That's why my sellers love my Guaranteed Sale program. I guarantee to sell your home at your agreed upon price and time frame, or I will buy it myself. I have thousands of buyers in my buyers in waiting database, so your home may already been sold before it's ever hit the market. Higher demand, more competition, and more money for your home.
Friends, if you want a realtor who will guarantee results, call the one that I trust. Gloria Liu at 314-325-6888. That's 314-325-6888. Or GloriaHasTheBuyers.com. Gloria and seller must agree on price and possession date.
Dave Glover, Rachel Zimmerman, Kevin Wheeler. The Dave Glover Show on KMOX. Celebrating 100 years of informing and entertaining. KMOX AM St. Louis. KMOX FM Hazelwood. The voice of St. Louis.
At 2 o'clock, we've got some clouds. It is 63 degrees downtown at the Arch. A manhunt is underway for the man who opened fire on a woman in the drive-thru of the Starbucks in the 2300 block of South Grand.
This happened around 10 o'clock this morning. St. Louis Police spokesman Mitch McCoy.
We are asking neighbors to check their home security camera footage between 9 a.m. and 10:30 a.m. Please check your cameras. If you notice a man, again, it's we're working on height, we're working on weight, but we know it's an African-American man wearing a lime green vest and a hard helmet.
McCoy says SWAT and K-9 are searching the area. Residents should stay alert. McCoy did not say whether this was a random or targeted shooting. Maria Kina, KMOX News.
White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt says President Trump supports Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick in the face of revelations he appeared in the Epstein files.
Secretary Lutnick remains a very important member of President Trump's team, and the president fully supports the secretary.
At a congressional hearing, Secretary Lutnick admitted he visited sex offender Jeffrey Epstein's island in 2012 along with his family. Previously, he told lawmakers he cut off contact with Epstein in 2005. Surveillance images from the front porch of Nancy Guthrie's home have been released showing a masked person the night she disappeared, disabling the doorbell camera. Correspondent Cammie McCormick reports on what evidence authorities may be seeking from those images.
CBS News law enforcement contributor Rodney Harrison says one thing is very clear from the images.
This is definitely now a kidnapping.
Harrison also said it makes clear this was planned.
I wouldn't be surprised if this wasn't his first time committing a crime.
He said the images may be shown at area jails to see if anyone recognizes the person. The clothing worn will be key as well, he says, including the ski mask.
I don't know how many stores in Tucson, Arizona sell those types of gloves, that type of heavy type of jacket with that type of zipper.
He said stores selling these types of items may be asked to review their security camera footage.
9 in 10 American Jews say they feel less safe because of anti-Semitic incidents.
The new report from the American Jewish Committee says major attacks on Jews in the United States over the past year, including a firebombing attack in Boulder, Colorado, and the murders of 2 Israeli embassy staffers in D.C., have increased fear.
They need to be aware all the time. That means they need to be nervous all the time about going about their daily lives.
AJC St. Louis Director Nancy Lisker says more than half of American Jews surveyed say they've changed what they wear, what events they attend, and what they share online out of fear. Megan Lynch, KMOX News.
$4 million in grant funding is headed to local tourism bureaus from the state of Illinois coffers to support Route 66 bicentennial events and attractions this year. Governor J.B. Pritzker announced one giant future addition in the Metro East.
With their help, we are putting that investment to good use, including right here in Granite City with a 14-foot tall statue of Illinois' own Abraham Lincoln.
The Alton-based Great Rivers and Routes Tourism Bureau is getting more than $1.6 million of the Route 66 grant funding from the state. The Dow from Stifel's up 138 points to 50,274. Got a crash right now. They've just opened the lanes. Still getting out of there. 6440 west at the Missouri River. 40 west at the Missouri River. Also cleared out some road work. 270 north at Page. They're still on 70 west at Grand at the left exit.
Let's enjoy this nice afternoon of weather across St. Louis on this Tuesday. Partly sunny skies. How about 62 for the high? Tonight, some clouds around, a very weak cool front moving by, maybe a sprinkle or a spotty shower, but really tough to find. 35. Wednesday, nice day, but a cool day. 50 degrees, sunny skies. Thursday, lots of clouds and 47. And here comes a boatload of rain for Saturday and Saturday night. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Sponsored by Sandberg Phoenix Law Firm. We've got sun and 63 downtown at the Arch. I'm Michael Calhoun, KMOX News.
At Sandberg Phoenix, we're more than just a law firm. We're partners committed to you, your business, and your community. From family law to litigation, we're ready to serve. Visit SandbergPhoenix.com. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely on advertising.
The Dave Glover Show is sponsored by the Michaels Flooring Outlet, the flooring experts. IGotFloored.com.
David.
Welcome back, DGS on KMOX. A few minutes past 2 p.m.
I like this song now, Dave.
Oh, it's a great song. Great song.
We're listening to Ah Leah by Donnie Iris for the people on the chat that can't hear the music.
That looks like a female. They're showing the face of the alleged kidnapper was caught on a Ring camera at Savannah Guthrie's mom's house. And I don't know, looked like a girl. I mean, there's only a few billion of them in the world, but just saying.
I wish they'd show it again. I see. When I was watching it earlier, I thought this looked like a male.
I think
this person right here.
They just showed a close up of the person's eyes. They looked like they had very manicured eyebrows.
That doesn't mean anything, though. You know, there are some guys with very beautiful eyebrows that
The
I'm
full
quite
body,
envious of.
the full body looks a bit more masculine.
Yeah.
This
I won't
footage
get into
is
what I mean by that.
Super creepy.
What a weird deal. God, what a weird deal. So evidently they didn't pay the ransom, which when Savannah made the video saying we received your message, we understand it, and we will pay. I wonder what happened to make them decide against that.
Did they ever get the information on how to pay?
Yeah.
Did they?
Yeah, they were given at the very beginning, they were giving a Bitcoin address, which they found out was legit. So
my guess would be is they probably don't believe that she's alive.
Could be.
They haven't provided any proof, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
not that I know of.
I mean, it's kind of a weird thing to throw money at someone who can't prove that they have the person that you're talking about. Because then what's to stop anyone random person from saying that?
So I'm sorry if this is an ignorant question. Can you get in trouble as the family of the kidnapped person for communicating with these type of people?
It's a good question. I wondered that too. Like, is it illegal to pay ransom? But evidently not, because I saw an FBI agent who seemed to know what he was talking about, saying like, it's totally up to the family. We'll help them arrange it. Sometimes we'll advise against it, which I'm guessing is probably what happened here. Maybe they said, look, that we don't trust it. So if you want to send them $1 million or $6 million, whatever it is, knock yourself out. But I don't think you're going to get your mom back.
I have the stupid question to end all stupid questions. It's stupider the more I think about it, but now I've introduced it, so I have to ask it. They don't stop investigating after the ransom is paid and they get, like, let's say you pay the ransom,
right?
Mom comes back.
You got us.
Yeah. Does the FBI doesn't just go like,
no.
Well, that's that. Case closed.
No, a ransom is
All's
not,
well
is
ends
not
well.
an immunity agreement.
Yeah.
But isn't it confusing though that the ransom that you would be allowed to pay the ransom?
It feels
like
weird.
I 100% understand from the standpoint of the victim's families. Like, of course you're going to do whatever you want or whatever you can to get your family member back. But from the perspective of the FBI, isn't that just creating an incentive of sorts.
But maybe that's a really good point. But maybe from the FBI's perspective, it's just more like
More evidence to
Well,
collect.
that too, but also like, all right, whatever it takes in the immediate to get the person home safe. You know what I mean? In the
Yeah,
immediate, let's
true.
do that, and then we can still continue.
Yeah, a lot
our
of times, at least on movies, they pull FBI shenanigans with the money, and they can
they trace the money
trace
or
that.
whatever. Yeah,
yeah,
But if it's Bitcoin,
right.
it's not actual. It's not a bag of cash.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep. What are you guys feeling about the Epstein files? My real question is, I feel like it's waning, and I feel like the focus is waning.
I don't know, man. Today was a pretty wild day.
How so? The Lutnick stuff?
Well, yeah, the Lutnick thing saying, I just took my family there for lunch. You took your family to lunch on the island of a convicted sex trafficker of minors?
Yeah, even just for your judgment, I don't want you to be.
You should be
the Secretary
fired
of
just
Commerce.
and because this is 2012. This is after the man did prison time.
Yes.
This isn't like 1990 when nobody would
And
have.
he lied about it.
He did. He said he broke it off in 2005.
So it shows you that he's ashamed of
So
it.
he's a liar and he's covering up because he knows it's bad. And that alone should get you out of the job.
I agree.
But you have that story. You've got Ro Khanna and Thomas Massey saying, going into the unredacted files and seeing that there were still names redacted and then demanding that they got put back. And they did. And one of the names was the founder of Victoria's Secret, a billionaire, obviously, who's named as a co-conspirator, but they still redacted his name. So you're a co-conspirator and we're protecting your name. Another one was a name that came out was a diplomat from, I forget which country, but he's Sultan something Suleiman. And he's the one that sent the email to Epstein with a torture video. And we protected that. That was redacted until they went in there. And
so I guess Blanche was just lying, because I heard him with my own ears say on a press conference, we redacted no names of men, only victims.
yeah, though clearly that's not true. Because they when these two guys, when Ro Khanna, and again, interesting there, because Thomas Massey's a Republican, Ro Khanna is a Democrat, so they're working together on this, and they're basically going in and saying, we looked at this, these names should not be redacted in the materials that we are seeing. We are supposed to be seeing all of the unredacted materials, and once they made that point, the names were then put out there, like were put there for the public to see. There was, what was the other thing today? There was, Boebert went and saw the files and was super like upset leaving there and said it's incredibly disgusting what she saw in there. There was something else that I'm forgetting too.
It looks like Mike Johnson says he's planning to view these unredacted files soon.
Yeah, so there are more people that are more people in Congress that are starting to take an active interest in it, and it's seemingly pretty bipartisan. But it's because they can now go see these supposedly unredacted files. But why was anything still redacted in there?
Yeah. And there are also, according to Massey, 3 million documents we haven't seen.
Oh yeah,
I just don't trust that.
Absolutely. And so now what we have now are 2 more names of people that were listed as co-conspirators that were not public before. The names were redacted before. And now we're asking, well, why were those names redacted? They're not victims.
If so, Ghislaine Maxwell's quite obviously communicating to President Trump, I will exonerate you for clemency or a commutation or a pardon or something. If he did that, would that be the end?
I think that would make a lot of people even more suspicious.
No. Would that be the end of him?
Oh, I don't know.
Would
good question.
MAGA support? Would they turn themselves around in pretzel logic, even though they were the ones calling for all this?
Yeah.
Would they, sacrifice their soul again?
Yeah.
To support him if he were to commute her sentence?
I don't know.
I mean, I think most of them already have, right?
What?
Twisted themselves around.
I don't know. I
to
mean, like
continue
you're
to
seeing
support.
people like MTG completely change.
MTG was kind of switching up before the Epstein
No, but
stuff,
I mean, like this was the line in the sand for her when she was threatened over this. She basically said, "Fine, I'm out." And then you have nothing to hold over my head. You're not going to hold my career over my head because I don't have I don't have this. There are all kinds. Dave, you brought up the podcast world, but a lot of these guys that did the podcast that were kind of the MAGA entree into younger male voters, they're switching up or getting pissed. Like Sean Ryan is one of them. Who's the other guy?
I don't know his name.
Adam
I can see him. Yeah.
something. And they're like 4 or 5 of those guys that are now really mad. They're like, this is ridiculous.
And I see where you're coming from on that, Wheels, but MTG is someone who was a true believer in the Pizzagate, in QAnon, all of that. So, like, yeah, of course, that is her number one priority. Unfortunately, a lot of these people who have fallen in line, they don't have a core or any guiding set of values. It's exactly what you said in the first segment of the show. It's just about appeasing the dude in charge so they can keep making their money. So I don't think there is an actual line for, unfortunately, I don't think there is an actual line for a lot of these people who are they're just happy to do what their marching orders are because that's what's going to work out best for them ultimately.
Yeah. I mean, you can see all of this is basically an exercise in self-preservation, right? Like everybody does what they do for themselves, but we're not looking out for people who are being trafficked. We're not looking out for victims that were assaulted, that were raped, that, have all these. We're not looking out for them. Everybody's looking out for themselves, which is how this kind of thing can last for 20 or 30 years.
Yeah.
Because people are looking out for themselves. Why did prosecutors cut Jeffrey Epstein as such a sweet deal? Because they were probably promised something, or they were at least, promised an easy victory and whatever. But they benefited from it. Otherwise, what's the reason? Why would you give that person any kind of special treatment, any kind of light sentence? Why would the government sit on all of these names? I mean, Jamie Raskin is out there today saying that they redacted Trump's name in a lot of the why? He's always said he did nothing wrong. He's a public person. It's not like he's a victim, and he's already been addressing it for years. So, like, what would be the point?
Mm-hmm.
It's not like it would be anything that people don't expect. How many times is his name in there?
38,000.
Yeah, I mean, so why redact his name anywhere? Like, what's the point? It's already been addressed by him, and to people that believe him, they believe him, and people that don't believe him, don't believe him. But what would be the point of hiding the name in any further documents?
You guys think this public hearing is actually going to happen with former President Clinton and Hillary?
If it doesn't, I think it will be because the Clintons called their bluff.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think that's 100% what's happening.
Yeah.
If there's anyone who would be sweating this, there are a lot of photos of Bill Clinton hanging out with this guy.
Oh my God,
a lot.
Yeah.
It's really impossible to say you had no clue what was going on when there was always a teenage girl hanging around. Even if nothing inappropriate was happening in the moment, what is that, your niece? Is that your cousin? Why is she here?
Mm-hmm.
Why is she on the jet? What's going on?
Her presence is inappropriate.
Exactly. So just kind of tying into what Wheels just said, it's all about self-preservation. I don't see Bill and Hillary Clinton making this kind of move unless they are fully confident that people are going to close ranks and be like, you know what, maybe we don't need to do this.
Yeah, also, Raskin said that Trump had denied knowing anything, and that there is evidence in what he saw that Trump told the local police chief or something back in 2004, 2006, that everyone knew about Epstein's crimes. So that's not great either.
Who said that?
Trump. Told a local police officer.
Oh.
And Jamie Raskin said that he saw that.
Oh, he saw the document
yesterday.
I mean, at what point are the people that are seeing these things justified in just going public with the names? Because I know Massey made that threat. Massey said, look, either you guys start unredacting these things in public documents, or I'm just going to start naming names.
Wheels, did you see that Roe went on the House floor today and named these 6 names that he was able to see
as co-conspirators? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Those are the names. Those 2 of the names I mentioned are in that group. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
And he was able to do that on the House floor to avoid any kind of prosecution or anything. The interesting thing is I had to do a lot of clicking around, like many articles, to find anyone who would actually list those names. Isn't that odd?
Yes.
Isn't that strange?
Very odd.
I mean, all of it's bizarre, and all of it illustrates that power protects power. And the power is not on the left or on the right. The power is up.
Also, there was some evidence. I don't know what it is. I'm sure it will come out. but there was some evidence that they were reporting, Massey and Rowe, that Donald Trump never kicked him out of Mar-a-Lago. Now, I don't think that that's the end all be all, but it's another thing that Trump said that is not congruent with what is in the files.
And why did he say he kicked him out of Mar-a-Lago again?
Because he was a creeper.
Because he was stealing girls?
And at another time, it was because they had a falling out over a real estate deal.
Mm.
I'm Matt Morgan of Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. I've had the privilege of seeing miracles, broken families rebuilt, every crash, every workplace injury, every medical mistake. Fighting back can work. We've gone toe-to-toe with insurance giants, and we've won a lot. Over $30 billion recovered. Size matters. Reputation matters. Results matter. There's only one Morgan & Morgan.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements. Past results afford no guarantee of future results. Every case is different and must be judged on its own merits.
100 years. That's how long Overhead Door Company of St. Louis has been repairing and replacing garage doors. A century of trust in St. Louis. Always look for the iconic red ribbon of Overhead Door Company of St. Louis for same-day repair service and no extra charge for evening or Saturday service. Trust your friends at Overhead Door Company of St. Louis. Schedule online at overheaddoorsstlouis.com. That's overheaddoorsstlouis.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Mary Claire Haver, a board-certified OBGYN and menopause specialist. My new podcast, Unpaused, is the place for bold, unfiltered conversations about what it really takes for women to thrive in the second half of life. Every week, I sit down with medical experts, cultural icons, and powerhouse women to talk about what really matters. New episodes drop every Tuesday. Listen to and follow Unpaused with me, Dr. Mary Claire Haver, available now wherever you get your podcasts.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like an estate planner.
Per the contents of the will, all assets go to, what does that say? Ragu Tataya Yaminayat. Yeah, I don't know. I was in a weird place when I wrote this.
This is the job for sponsored jobs. This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
Are you 50 or older? This news is for you. The CDC recommends you get vaccinated against pneumococcal pneumonia. Even if you're healthy, your age puts you at risk. People 50 or older are over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia compared to adults 18 to 49. Just one shot can help protect you. Learn more and schedule at vaxassist.com. That's VAXassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
New tax resolution firms are popping up every day with high-paid celebrity endorsers, advertising ridiculous claims in their TV ads. That's why they have the tiny, unreadable disclaimers at the bottom of the screen. Hi, this is Lance Drury with the Lance Drury Law Firm. Our ads never have those ridiculous, fast-talking, tiny disclaimers at the end because, simply put, there are no guarantees when it comes to the IRS and wiping out tax bills. And we don't make promises we can't keep. Of course, there are ways the Lance Drury Law Firm can help resolve your tax debt, but no company can guarantee it will eliminate it. This is why their clients call the Lance Drury Law Firm when those promises don't pan out. If you have tax problems, you have legal problems, call me, Lance Drury in St. Louis at 314-260-6120 or visit Lance, DRURY law.com to schedule your free consultation with your local tax resolution law firm.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
It's Tom Ackerman for Ophthalmology Associates, the doctor's doctors, 314-966-5000 or online at youridoc.com.
Join Mark Patrick Hypnosis. Lose the weight or stop smoking. Guaranteed only $59.99. Saturday, March 7th at the Residence Inn by Marriott, St. Louis Westport in St. Louis. Weight loss hypnosis starts at 11 a.m. Registration at 10:30 a.m. Stop smoking starts at 2 p.m. Registration 1:30 p.m.
100 years of service and still at your service. KMOX.
Welcome back, DGS. Wheels, I want to talk about what you just brought up, but first I want to make one statement about last week's news, where the president posted the video of the Obamas as apes, which we've kind of let go, except that a group of leading Christian pastors have called upon the president to formally apologize. And you remember he said, they asked him, will you apologize? And he said, no, I made no mistake. And I kind of want to talk about that just for a second, how ridiculous that is. So one way, I think, I'm no expert, but one way to tell if someone's lying, one way to tell if I'm lying, is if you tell a bunch of different stories.
Yeah, about the same thing.
About the same thing.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what happened. Like, I want to say like a third grader, and I'm not trying to be cute here. I don't think a third grader would do that. I think they're too smart. But when they were caught putting out that horrible video, and Caroline Levitt first said, she did the classic, you're to blame. Oh my gosh, what a bunch of snowflakes. Enough with your fake outrage. This is from The Lion King. I don't know if you saw the bit where she was laughing. She goes, I think Kamala Harris was a turtle. It's like, you're laughing about this video that showed a former president and first lady as monkeys, and you're laughing. First of all, you shouldn't be laughing at all. It's not funny. So it's on you, you bunch of snowflakes. Then it was a staffer. A staffer did it right in the middle of Trump sending out 44 messages. Although we never heard the staffer's name.
No.
The level they're at.
No.
If they were fired.
No.
That's a lie.
Yeah.
And then Trump said, well, I saw the first part, didn't finish it. And I handed it off, and I guess they didn't finish it either. Let me tell you something. When I was a lawyer, I was working on a case for a partner, and I had to redact documents, ironically. And I had to go through and cover up this doctor's name. And out of 300 documents, I failed to redact one, and his name got out there. I thought I would be fired. I almost was. They were so mad. It was such a big deal. And that's a nobody kid making one mistake on a civil case. Mm-hmm. This is the president of the United States. How has no one said what I'm about to say? How is it just okay for the leader of the free world to be so careless, negligent, and stupid that you don't watch a video that's like 1 minute long to make sure there's nothing objectionable, and you put out a video that shows the former president and first lady as apes? That's on you, brother. That's not on us for being snowflakes. That's not on a made-up intern. I dare you to tell us who that person was. It didn't happen. You made it up. You lied. And then even if we take your story as true, that you're so lazy that you put something out to the world as the biggest voice that this planet maybe has ever seen, and you're so careless that you didn't notice that it depicted a former president and first lady as monkeys.
Man, just to bring it down to the scale of, let's say it was the DGS, and let's say that exact video got posted to the Dave Glover Show Instagram page. Now, I run the Dave Glover Show Instagram page. Even if I posted that completely without your knowledge, Dave, wouldn't you the next day come on the air and say, oh my gosh, even though I had nothing to do with
Without
this,
question.
I am so sorry
Without
that anyone was exposed to that on my platform. Isn't that just common sense?
Yes.
The exact video.
Yes.
But when you're the president, it makes it less of a big deal.
Yeah.
When you have all the eyes in the world on it, it's no biggie. It was a staffer for whatever reason who has my login, and I said, go for it.
I'd love to know if any of the people who believed that Bill Clinton didn't inhale. I tried it once. I didn't like it. Didn't even inhale. Sure, Bill.
Maybe he didn't know how to
Nice
inhale.
try. Like, come on, man. We know BS. It's not hard to smell BS. It's pretty strong scent.
That's my biggest problem with MAGA. It's that, how do you guys breathe all day? How do you go to sleep knowing that a not very smart guy keeps making you look like fools? That's my problem. You can disagree on politics. You can disagree on policy. You can, think this and think that. Fair game.
Because they agree with them. They like the video. They don't dislike the video. Someone made that video.
Yeah.
They're not going, wow, this is absolutely reprehensible. They're going, great. I love it.
It's hilarious.
Continue to call them that.
Your ride home just got a lot less of this and a lot more of this.
The 3-2 pitch with the runner going, a swing and a high fly ball. Deep left field, and it's a gunner.
Kevin Wheeler, Matt Pauley, Bernie Nicholas. 3 voices, 1 hour, all Cardinals. From roster battles in Jupiter to pennant races in St. Louis, the Redbird Rush Hour delivers. The Redbird Rush Hour, weeknights at 5 on the voice of the Cardinals, KMOX.
Taking care of your health should be simple. And with the Neovitin monthly subscription, it finally is. Choose your doctor-formulated multivitamin and we'll deliver it straight to your door every month. No more running out, no more remembering to reorder, just consistent nutrition made easy. Plus, subscribers save 10% every month and can pause or cancel at any time. Visit neovitin.com and start your subscription today. Neovitin, trusted nutrition every day.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
St. Louis has a voice.
KMOX, the voice of St. Louis.
That voice has shared our stories from headline to history. From moment to memory.
President George Bush is on his way to St. Louis right now.
Among those voices, Ron Jacober.
Welcome back to the voice of the Cardinals, KMOX.
Working at KMOX is an honor and a responsibility to represent this community. It's one we take seriously. KMOX, the voice of St. Louis.
Here's Dave Murray's weather forecast.
Let's enjoy this nice afternoon of weather across St. Louis on this Tuesday. Partly sunny skies. How about 62 for the high? Tonight, some clouds around, a very weak cool front moving by, maybe a sprinkle or a spotty shower, but really tough to find. 35. Wednesday, nice day, but a cool day. 50 degrees, sunny skies. Thursday, lots of clouds and 47. And here comes a boatload of rain for Saturday and Saturday night. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Join us on February 15th at Powell Hall as the St. Louis Symphony Orchestra and St. Louis City SC brings us Eternal, a tribute to Tina Turner. Presented by Purina, with special guests Brittany Howard of Alabama Shakes and Kennedy Holmes. Experience the ultimate journey through Tina's immortal catalog. Tickets are limited. Get yours now at slso.org.
Guys, do yourself a favor. Check out GameDayMen'sHealth.com. Obviously, I've been with Game Day now. God, it's been like 9 months. And the difference in my day-to-day life is it's stunning, to be honest with you. I feel a decade younger than I did before I started treatments. So this is how it works. You go to GameDayMen'sHealth.com, look at the options, come up with an idea of like, how do you feel? How do you want to feel? What are you looking to target? You go in and this is how it works. In less than an hour, you'll have a full consultation, talk about your options. You get a blood test done. That blood test will kind of guide the path to what will help you. For me, it was testosterone replacement therapy. My numbers were low. Now they're where they're supposed to be, which is why I feel like I did 10 years ago. Now, maybe you have something else in mind. If you're looking at medical weight loss, they have great options there. They have their own pharmacy. And in that same amount of time, less than an hour, you can get yourself a plan. By the way, for the medical weight loss, that works for both men and women, even though it's Game Day Men's Health. And everything that they do there is safe and effective. They have everything done. Everything's kind of like developed and supervised and planned by their board certified medical professionals. So everything is top of the line. They have most of it in house, which makes it work quickly and makes it work cheaply. So you guys do yourself a favor. Check out GameDayMen'sHealth.com, set up your consultation, and get back to the top of your game with Game Day Men's Health.
Thank you, St. Louis, for making Genesis of St. Charles your most trusted and #1 Genesis dealer in Missouri for 2026. We know your time is valuable. That's why every purchase comes with 3 years of complimentary Genesis Service Valet. Unlock your e-price and save. That means complimentary vehicle pickup and delivery, plus a loaner vehicle at no additional cost. Or want something new? We'll bring the test drive to you. Visit GenesisofStCharles.com today. Based on GMA sales records for 2025. See dealer for details.
The Missouri Valley Conference men's basketball tournament has been the showcase for buzzer beaters, madness, and championship glory. With nearly 5 decades of heart-racing excitement, it begins here at Enterprise Center. The 2026 State Farm MVC Tournament, presented by Credit Union One, Great Southern Bank, and SSM Health, tips off on March 5th through 8th. Celebrate 50 years of the Valley's postseason championship. Get your tickets now at archmadness.com.
Hey, it's Matt Pauley. I'm in Jupiter, Florida, covering Cardinal spring training as the Redbirds get ready for a new season.
Listen for Matt's Reports Daily. Sponsored by St. Louis Composting and Happy Roof on the voice of the Cardinals, KMOX.
Welcome back, guys. DGS on KMOX. Happy Tuesday. Gorgeous day out there. Probably about as nice as we're going to get for quite a while. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. We'll talk to Dave Murray today at 3:30, but his forecast says rain on Saturday and Saturday night, which is Mardi Gras, so we will hope for a Mardi Gras miracle. And as Wheels pointed out, you guys, the hardcore guys, will probably go out there whether it's raining or not. So Mark Cantor, attorney at law, is with us. He's with us every few weeks. Good to see you.
Thanks for having me on, Dave.
Anything new?
Yeah, lots of things. Getting ready for some travel. And
yeah. Going to Israel? What do you, I mean, I know you don't just do the same thing every time you go, but what are you doing this time?
Charity. We're going to help. I mean, the whole country has post-traumatic stress disorder. So we go and we barbecue on military bases.
That's very nice.
Yeah, and we go help wounded soldiers and families and individuals, and we're just doing good where we can.
Yeah, very good. So let's talk about some more conceptual things about the law. I think people enjoy that and, always learn something. Let's start out with a big one, which is statute of limitations.
Right. The statute of limitations is simply a deadline. It's a legal deadline. And if you miss it, you lose your opportunity to bring a case. So in Missouri, for instance, a truck accident, you have 5 years to bring the case. And if you wait 5 years and a day, you're out. But that's not, and you're a lawyer, you know this, if you're a minor, for instance, it changes. So it's very important that people not procrastinate and that they don't blow their deadlines.
Yes.
And they're different deadlines. Like wrongful death is 3 years, medical malpractice is 2 years. Dog bites, slip and falls, car accidents, which are typically called torts, and that's what Cantor injury law does, that's 5 years. But if you jump over to over the Mississippi and you're in Illinois, all of a sudden it's 2 years. And if you're in Kentucky or Tennessee, it's 1 year. So you need to be careful and hire a lawyer that knows. And we're local. We're only in Missouri and Southern Illinois. If you have a problem in Kentucky, I'll advise you, but we won't represent you.
Yeah. How often do you personally get people over your career coming in with like days or weeks left of the statute?
All the time. I mean, we had a case years ago of a family, and they were having a 4th of July party, and the brother-in-law lit a firecracker off, and it terribly damaged our client. And a week before the 5-year statute of limitations ran, that person's wife filed for divorce. And this person was seriously injured, but the statute of limitations is 5 years. And so we were able to file and protect that claim. So obviously I'm a fan of people staying married and not blowing up their, their family members.
Right,
but
right.
In this case, the homeowners covered it, and it was a big recovery because it was accidental. I mean, it wasn't an intentional.
You mentioned a big recovery. I think one of the things that non-lawyers out there find mystifying is how lawyers go about valuing a case. And I think that a lot of people think, and maybe they're right, the first time they meet with you, you're going to give them a number. To what degree does that happen? And if I come in with a case and I give you the facts and I leave, how do you go about with your associates and partners coming to some idea what the value could be?
So we research it. Sometimes we jury pool test them. So, that you can do some of these online and we can focus group them. People are any lawyer that tells you that they know the value of your case when you walk in and tell them the fact pattern is making a mistake to say that number. I don't do that because I don't know. I've had cases where people were offered 500 hours and we won them $1 million. I mean, you simply do not know. So you got to fact check it. We look at LexisNexis and we see what other verdict reports are. In the old days, people used to say things like, "Oh, it's 3 times the medical bills." No, that's all hogwash. That anyone that says that is, practicing law 50 years ago. So if you have a legitimate injury, and we had a case where a kid was attacked on a tricycle by a dog, and had some scars on his legs, and won $100,000 for like 500 or 600 hours in medical bills because it was reprehensible.
Yeah, what are you going to do? Right.
Control your dogs. I gave you a leash today, right?
Yeah.
we have leash laws. Put your dog on a leash. So we carefully value these cases, particularly the high-end cases. People with brain injuries and neck surgeries and back surgeries. How do you value the loss of mobility or the inability to walk or to enjoy life? And so, that's if you present it to a jury or to the adjuster in preparation to present it to a jury, what we're trying to do is get the policy limits, the most money that's available. And we're not trying to do any of these quick, cheap settlements. And we're not, Cantor Injury Law is not one of these massive advertisers. And we're not flying in from Florida to handle your case because all we have here is, pencil pushing lawyers.
Yeah.
We're boots on the ground.
Yeah.
And when you call Cantor Injury Law, you get me and my team. And we're legitimately here.
That's something we should talk about because back when I was practicing, I know this happened. I know it happens today. I don't believe it's unethical, but it's something people need to know. That if I'm a plaintiff's attorney and I advertise, hey, come to Dave Glover, I'm the best in the business. And Kevin Wheeler sends me a case. Many times I will send that case to Mark Cantor.
Right.
Or to Rachel Zimmerman. And I'll get a cut of it. But I feel like it's kind of above my pay grade. This is for one of the big boys. That's something we should sort of flesh out for people.
Right. So, I mean, if people call a criminal defense attorney, for a personal injury case, that criminal defense attorney, they're going to take care of you. They're going to find you a lawyer and they're going to get a fee on it. That's the way it works. So, and that's ethical in Missouri. I don't have a problem making sure that clients get to the right counsel. But obviously if I have to give up a portion of the fee, that it shouldn't affect your representation at all. And at Cantor Injury Law, it doesn't. But come straight to us. Come straight to Cantor Injury Law. And if you call a divorce lawyer for a personal injury case, they're not going to keep that case.
You better hope not.
Yeah. You shouldn't. And by the way, we started with the statute of limitations. Just so your audience knows, the statute of limitations is a deadline to act, but it doesn't apply to criminal cases that are felonies, so like rape or murder. So the state has statute of limitations also. If it's a traffic ticket, it's 3 years. They're not going to, if they blow it, if they don't bring their case, you're done. But with personal injury, like workers' compensation, which we do a lot of, it's 30 days. You have to give notice in 30 days, and you've got to file your formal claim of compensation within 2 years. And so if you called a different lawyer, as you were suggesting, for your workers' compensation claim, and they don't know Missouri workers' compensation, they have to refer it out.
Yeah.
I mean, because it would be negligent for them to handle it. Because
I don't know the history of the law, the statutes on workers' comp, but it always felt to me like it was sort of designed against the person who was injured.
Right. So it's a conspiracy. Let me finish my last thought so I don't leave the audience. Any lawyer can file a workers' compensation claim. The reason I'm saying that it might be negligent is if they miss something, it's a big mistake. So stay in your lane is what I do at Cantor Injury Law. We handle personal injury, workers' comp, car, truck accident cases. So workers' compensation in Missouri is a conspiracy. It's large government. It's huge insurers and large employers trying not to pay you benefits. And what that means is if, you get your arm cut off at your wrist, you don't get any money for pain and suffering. Like if that's a truck accident case, it could be a, $50 million case. But if it's a work injury, it's worth 175 weeks of pay. That's what your wrist is worth. At 2/3 of your average weekly wage. It's not much. I mean, they're trying to, I've seen terrible injuries where they're trying to offer people pennies, literally. So if you have and what we do on that case, by the way, is we look at it and we say, okay, there's a workers' compensation claim here. Is there also a civil claim? Was the product that removed this person's hand, was there, a safety device that was removed that we can sue civilly, which is, that's what we do. So we look for a products claim in addition to the workers' compensation claim. And that's what a good local lawyer will do for you. And there's lots of great lawyers here. I suggest that if someone wants excellent representation, that they call Cantor Injury Law. But if they don't call us, they should certainly call someone local. I think that you have an advantage with a local lawyer.
Yeah, absolutely. Big question. Only a couple minutes left. I know every insurance company is different. And back when I was practicing, you kind of got to know this adjuster and that adjuster. In general, what have you learned about insurance companies over your career?
Well, they try to cheat you. These are billion-dollar financial machines that simply don't want to pay you. And so in terrible trucking collision cases where their driver's clearly at fault, they will send an adjuster to the scene, and they're trying to collect data and information that reduces their liability immediately. And you need to do the same thing. And that's Cantor Injury Law. I mean, we will go there. We'll go to the hospital. We'll go to the accident site. We'll bring in an accident reconstructionist. We'll bring in engineers. We'll get the black box data. I mean, if it's a trucking collision case and it's serious, you need serious representation. And what I've learned about insurance companies is they're in the business of accepting premiums and not paying benefits, So you see all these great ads with lizards and mayhem and good hands and all that. It's all hogwash. It's all them. Let us make you feel good on this advertising, and we're going to take your money and we're not going to pay you any benefits. So to that, I say you can count on Cantor, because we're going to go and we're going to get every dollar that you deserve, and we won't settle for less. And that's why I say you can count on Cantor. I think your audience can.
Very good. 628-9999.
That's it. And CantorInjuryLaw.com.
All right. Enjoy Israel.
Thank you.
How many of you think taxes will go up in the future? And if they do, who will get hit the hardest? Maybe it's you, headed for retirement. You've been saving in that 401k or IRA, and that money has never been taxed. And Uncle Sam is looking at that account like it's a big, juicy steak. What can you do about it? Join the All Financial Group for their Taxes in Retirement Seminar, Thursday, February 19th or Tuesday, February 24th. They believe a financial plan is not a retirement plan without a tax plan. Fund your retirement, not Uncle Sam's. Reserve your spot today by calling 636-230-8824. That's 636-230-8824. Or go to yourmoneymattersstl.com. Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor. Neither the firm nor its agents or representatives may give tax or legal advice. Individuals should consult a qualified professional for guidance before making any purchasing decisions.
Every spring brings promises, and every spring delivers surprises. This year, the Cardinals are writing a new story, and there will be plenty of surprises. Matt Pauley is in Jupiter with inside access to Camp Cardinals.
Presented by St. Louis Composting. Composting, growing gardens and making memories. And Happy Roof. We always create happy endings.
From breakout performances to roster revelations, get reports throughout the day on the voice of the Cardinals. KMOX.
The Humane Society of Missouri's Day of Giving is happening now. Discover powerful stories of animals rescued from abuse and neglect and how compassion changes lives. Watch and donate at hsmo.org/dog. hsmo.org/dog.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Oh, how's that flu, babe? Did you take DayQuil Intense Flu yet?
Nah, I got this. Ugh, okay, I don't got this.
You stay on the couch, and I'll grab the DayQuil.
Undo your flu symptoms with DayQuil Intense Flu. DayQuil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms.
I'm ready for that to-do list.
Wow, you do got this.
DayQuil Intense Flu. The daytime coughing, aching, fever, under your flu medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
In 1991, John and Cindy Morelli started Morelli Tuck Pointing. As of today, they've won just about every award possible for the tuck pointing business. The BBB Torch Award, the Next Door Neighborhood Fave Award, and an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. For homeowners, this is a great time to get a free inspection of your basement, your brick or stone fireplace, your garage interior, your porch, and maybe even your walkway. Indoor tuck pointing can be started now. Hi, this is Charlie Brennan. My wife Beth and I have used Morelli Tuck Pointing to work on 2 of our homes now over the last 25 years. We have found the Morelli bids to be fair, their crews are very polite, and they clean up after themselves. But most importantly, their work is beautiful. Family owned and operated since 1991. 314-645-1387, MorelliTuckPointing.com.
Welcome back, DGS on KMOX. All right, so I've only seen the original It, and I don't think I ever saw Mary Poppins. Were you guys familiar with the theory that Mary Poppins and Pennywise the Clown are the same species?
I have heard such a thing, and I have found it to be nonsensical.
This is right up my alley of things I hate. I don't like it at all.
Says that both creatures resurface every 20-something years. Pennywise, it's 27. With Mary Poppins, it's 25. They both seem to gravitate towards the same people they interacted with. For Pennywise, it's the Losers Club. For Mary, it's the Banks children. They both feed on children. Pennywise feeds on their fear, while Mary Poppins feeds on their joy. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So what is the implication?
That they're the same species of...
so Stephen King stole that from Mary Poppins?
Yeah, who knows?
Because they weren't written by the same person or anywhere near the same time, right?
They exist in the same universe. Shut up. No,
Universe created by who?
I watched an old, it's not old, 10 years ago, a SNL sketch about Mary Poppins. And I think Anne Hathaway played Mary Poppins, which is cute because she has the Julie Andrews connection. But Bill Hader played what's his name? The chimney sweep. What's his name?
I don't know, though.
Very funny. He did a very good job.
All those movies scared me. The ones I did see.
Yeah.
The Mary Poppins?
Yeah, all those chitty chitty bang bang.
That movie is terrifying.
Yeah, just every form of awful.
Weird.
Why would you watch that?
Timothée Chalamet is catching some heat. He said, I know it's not normal to talk about yourself like this, but I knew early on I had a unique talent, and I know that I work harder than anyone I know. And people are coming at him because they're like, oh, what about people who lay asphalt? What about carpenters? What about, maintenance workers?
He probably doesn't know any
he
of
may
those
not
people.
know any of those people.
That's a great
He's
point.
an 80-pound, beautiful actor.
He didn't say, I work harder than anyone on earth.
Yeah.
He said, I work harder than anyone I know. I mean, who knows? He might know a bunch of lazy jerks.
And
if I knew him, I might take a little exception to it. And if you're his buddy, you're like, hey, what's up with that?
And manual labor is very hard on the body, very difficult. But you could also say, like, okay, if you're working as an actor, though, maybe you're working around the clock a little bit more. Like, you're not really doing the whole laying asphalt thing when you go home at night.
Yeah.
You're done for the day, generally. You work on other things, sure. But, like, Timothée Chalamet is an actor who, he really learned to play guitar. He really learned to play ping pong for Marty Supreme. Like, he does seem like he's kind of grinding at all times.
Yeah, I grew up working on a farm. I worked landscaping crews. I worked at Mr. Donut. I've done lots of physical labor. Comparing those jobs to this job as far as difficulty is really hard to do. it's clearly more physically difficult to do those other jobs.
There are different kinds of difficulty.
Exactly.
There's difficulty when it comes to like, man, I am worn out at the end of the day. Muscles are sore, back hurts. And then there's the difficulty of just the complexity of what's being asked. And the like, as a lawyer, for example, you're not out there laying asphalt. You're not out there building bridges, but you're going to put in a lot of time and you're going to have to not miss any details. Otherwise, it can cost your clients.
Yeah.
So like difficulty is different things to different people. But what he said, if you knew him, maybe you might take exception to that because he's saying I work harder than anybody I know.
Yeah.
But other than that, who cares?
Yeah. A new study has found that even bribing people with cash doesn't stop them from texting and driving. About 80% of us text and drive. I think that's probably low.
I mean, I do, but it's voice to text.
Yeah, you're the most careful person I know. Like I will text you when you're driving, but you never answer me. Could just because you don't like me.
If I see the notification on my car, because sometimes usually it shows that you got a message, and it'll pop up, and you can say, "Hey Siri, read my unread messages," and then you can just reply by voice.
Yeah,
and just say, she'll say, "Do you want to reply?" And you say, "Yes," and then you do, and then you say send. Like that's not hard.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a lot harder when you're doing it manually when you're trying to drive.
Artivore says, Dave, on the horseradish farm back in the day, is that the hardest work you've ever done? The hardest physical thing I've ever done is doubles practices in high school football.
2-a-days.
That's the hardest, the most I've ever taxed my body. I've never been to boot camp. I've never done a Tough Mudder, but double practices were the hardest thing I've ever done.
Those things are harder than the Tough Mudders.
I would think so.
Yeah, I mean, I had baseball practices that were way harder than the Tough Mudders that I've done.
But probably the hardest job I've done was when I worked at Lashes, and you would have rows that seemed a mile long. This went on forever, and you had a hoe, no jokes. And it was kind of enjoyable because you had guys on either side of you, and you just walk that row and hoe the weeds. Kind of fun the first time you do it. Doing it for like 12 hours a day, not so much fun. That was pretty rough. So
I get you.
Yeah.
Yeah. But again,
Rachel, what was your hardest?
When I worked at Raging Rivers, I had I was in a position called House and Grounds, which is basically like janitor type thing. But there was just a lot of like climbing hills and lugging trash cans around. But I haven't done anything like super hardcore.
Andrew, Woody's?
No, probably when I did construction for a summer. I did concrete. So breaking up concrete, putting it in wheelbarrows.
What'd you break it up with? A sledgehammer?
Yeah, let's just like slam it on it. It was pretty. Yeah, that part of it was nice, but and it paid like really well comparatively.
Yeah.
But the act of it was kind of a bummer, and I really ended up. I remember thinking at the time, because I was like 18 years old, and I remember thinking like, man, the people that are doing this when they're like I feel terrible now, and I'm like a pretty in shape 18-year-old. Like I really felt for the people who are still out there doing that. It takes a toll on your body.
I remember being 14 and on a wagon on the way out to pick something, and there were guys with me who were like 48. And I was very nice to them. I was respectful. I was afraid of them. But I just remember thinking like, some went bad. Some did not go the right way. Lombardo, Rach?
Yeah, if you're looking for a new home in Wentzville, check out Sutton Farms by Lombardo Homes. So you can choose from Lombardo's Parkside series. This is the newest home design, or build your dream home with the Nature or Tradition series custom options. And when we say custom with Lombardo, we truly mean custom. You can make your choice when it comes to anything in your home. That's what Lombardo specializes in. Now, the thing that makes Sutton Farms so special is it's all about community living. You're going to get resort-style amenities without even leaving your neighborhood. That means things like pickleball courts, basketball courts, a clubhouse, a splash pad, a dog park. I mean, I could go on and on.
Yeah, I noticed when I used to do a lot of remotes at, they have like an open house. I've done them with Rage, and I used to do them with Close. And one thing I always made a note of is our audience tends to be my age, plus or minus. And there are a lot of people downsizing. A lot of people that lived in a 4,500 square foot house with 6 kids, and now they're empty nesters and they're all on their own. And they're looking for a 2,500 square foot house or a 2,000 square foot house. No one uses space the way that Lombardo does. Just my humble opinion. Find out at lombardohomes.com.
Don't get lulled into believing the IRS is getting soft. It's just the opposite. Hi, this is Lance Drury with the Lance Drury Law Firm. We are being told by IRS collection officers that their higher-ups are demanding that they get more aggressive than ever. So don't ignore them any longer. Level up. If you have unfiled returns, unpaid taxes, levies, or liens, call me, Lance Drury, today and let me get between you and the IRS. I'll protect your rights. At the Lance Drury Law Firm, our practice is focused 100% on fighting the IRS. Remember, IRS problems are legal problems, and they need to be handled by an expert attorney who's done it for decades. So call the Lance Drury Law Firm today. We're local. Our office is right here in St. Louis. Call 314-260-6120. Visit Lance, DRURY law.com to schedule your free consultation with your local tax resolution law firm.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Spreadsheets, clunky software, 100 different logins just to run your business? Ah.
There's a better way. Odoo. One simple, connected platform that handles sales, inventory, accounting, and more, so you can focus on growing, not juggling. Make the switch today at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
Attention health and emergency professionals. When disaster strikes, communities need calm voices and skilled professionals ready to respond. That's why investing in your disaster behavioral health skills matters. Join us March 16th through 18th in Columbia for the Disaster Behavioral Health Conference. Learn practical tools, hear from expert speakers, and strengthen the skills people count on in times of crisis. Register today. Search Disaster Behavioral Health Conference, Missouri. Brought to you by the Department of Mental Health's Office of Disaster Services.
Straight Realty has always been an industry leader when it comes to commissions. So it should come as no surprise that the recent Realtor settlement has only empowered us to continue offering our sellers even better rates. We now list homes for only 2%. Hi, I'm Christina Straight, owner of Straight Realty. Call me 314-441-4444. Why pay more than 2? You can also listen to my podcast on my website, straightrealty.com.
Commissions are not regulated and are negotiable. Straight Realty is a licensed broker in the state of Missouri.
The trusted voice of St. Louis. KMOX AM St. Louis. KMOX FM Hazelwood. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
At 3 o'clock, we've got 61 degrees and it feels like it's 54 downtown at the Arch. A woman waiting in the drive-thru for coffee at Starbucks is dead after getting shot.
St. Louis police spokesman Mitch McCoy says this happened around 10 o'clock this morning at the Starbucks in the 2300 block of South Grand. Police say the suspect is African-American, wearing a lime green colored vest and hard hat helmet.
If you are home, you see someone matching the description of this person, do not approach him. He is incredibly dangerous. He is armed, and you need to call 911 immediately.
Airborne, ground, and canine searches are underway. Police ask for you to check your security video between 9 and 10:30 this morning to see if it captured the suspect. Maria Aquina, KMOX News.
A data center, as we've told you, is being proposed just west of the Armory site at the vacant Famous Bar Warehouse. Alderman Tom Oldenburg tells the Chris and Amy Show you can count him among those supporters.
We're not growing as a city, so having a large-scale operator like this provides a steady, and I mean a steady, supply of tax revenue to continue to provide services to the people and the residents of St. Louis.
We've been reporting that the city's working on a plan for future data centers, zoning, and application requirements, but this development would fall under the Midtown Redevelopment Authority, and the approval process is different. A surveillance image from the front porch of Nancy Guthrie's home has been released, showing a masked person the night she disappeared. Rodney Harrison is a CBS News law enforcement contributor, says now we have more confirmation on what happened.
This is somebody that had it planned out, went after the camera, have themselves covered up, had on gloves so they don't leave prints. This is a planned out situation of a crime.
President Trump is threatening to block the opening of a bridge connecting the U.S. and Canada.
Construction of the Gordie Howe Bridge began in 2018 during President Trump's first term. The president initially supported the project, which has been using American steel and American workers. But White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt says that's not enough.
It's also unacceptable that more of this bridge isn't being built with more American-made materials.
And Secretary Leavitt says that's just the beginning.
He also believes that the U.S. should own at least half of the bridge, have shared authority over what passes across it.
Canada's Prime Minister conveyed to reporters in Ottawa he believes the situation will be resolved. Linda Kenyon, CBS News, the White House.
From the KMOX Business Desk, U.S. consumers more cautious at the end of last year. Business reporter Jason Brooks.
Retail sales were flat in December on a slight gain from the previous month, up 2.4% year over year. And the number isn't especially impressive considering it was the final stretch of the holiday shopping season. But consumers faced tariff-related price pressures in several categories, including autos, clothing, and home furnishings. Monthly sales declines were seen in several categories, including furniture, electronics and appliances, clothing, and department stores. The best year-over-year sales gains were seen by health and personal care, restaurants, and the category including sporting goods, hobbies, musical instruments, and bookstores.
Let's get an update of the St. Louis Business Index to Stifel and Scott Bedell.
Good afternoon, Michael. Hello, everyone. Following several record-breaking days, the major financial markets took somewhat of a breather today. At the 3 p.m. close, the Dow Jones Industrial Average notched yet another record finish, up 52 points, or just about 0.1% to 50,188. The Standard & Poor's 500 index fell 0.33% to 6,941, while the NASDAQ composite slid 0.6% to 23,102. Closer to home, the Bloomberg St. Louis Stock Index higher by 0.25%, finishing at 1,785. Helping that index to move higher, ESCO Technology gained 3.5% at $278.28. Centene up a little bit more than 4% to finish at $39.61. On the downside, Stifel Financial lost 3.8% at $125.53. Boeing slid 0.9% to $242.59. And finally, Peabody Energy dropped a little less than 5% to close at $35.96. This has been Scott Bedell from Stifel Financial, member SIPC and New York Stock Exchange. For more information on our firm, please visit our website at stifel.com.
Not bad at all around town on this Tuesday afternoon. Partly sunny skies. Let's warm it up to about 62. That should feel pretty good. Tonight, some clouds around. It's a little colder. We have a very weak cool front coming by. There might be a sprinkle or a spotty shower, but tough to find. 35 for the overnight low. Wednesday, sunny skies and 50. 33 Wednesday night. Thursday, lots of clouds, chilly 47. Some clouds around on Friday, maybe a couple of showers, but a much better shot of rain Saturday and Saturday night. Could be a good soaking rain, which we can always use. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
We've got 61 degrees and the feels like is 54 downtown at the Arch. I'm Michael Calhoun, KMOX News.
Brought to you by Eamon Gantner and Capriano, YourEstateMatters.com. Hi, Margaret with Eamon Gantner and Capriano. Life happens. Accidents, deaths. Make your estate plan now, or the courts will decide for you later. Eamon Gantner and Capriano, YourEstateMatters.com.
The choice of an attorney is an important decision and should not be based solely on advertising.
The Dave Glover Show is sponsored by the Michaels Flooring Outlet, the flooring experts. IGotFloored.com.
Welcome back, guys. DGS on KMOX. Few minutes past 3 p.m. So what was it, guys? Like 3 weeks ago, my buddy Julie Lally sent me a text, and it was this new burger place kind of by SLU called The Key something. And I sent it to these guys. It was like 10:30 in the morning. And I sent it to these guys. I'm like, And they're like, sure. And so we went that day and loved it and came back on the show and raved about it. You got to try this place. Smash burgers are really great. So we have Honora and Miller from Key STL, also known as
The Key Burger Bar and Boogie.
There you go. Before we start, tell your story about your name. I love this.
My name is Honora. It's Gaelic for Helen, means honor and integrity. And I'm the 7th generation of every other generation being named Honora. So my grandmother, her grandmother, her grandmother. I'm actually 2nd generation Irish American.
That's super
Nice.
cool.
So yeah.
Isn't that neat?
Thanks.
Do you two feel a kinship?
I mean, we probably have relatives, I would guess.
Yeah, I would think
Honestly,
so.
it would not surprise me.
Yeah.
So tell us all about it. Just jump in anywhere you want. Tell us about how it got started, what it is.
Well, our official opening was in November. Kind of started because these two buildings are historic to this area, originally built in 1887. One was an open air seafood market, which we have seen many iterations of as different nightclubs in our lifetime. The other was a hardware store called The Key. And they were originally slated for demolition by SLU, but Kransberg Arts Foundation, Landmark Association of St. Louis, a couple other groups came together and purchased the properties. And then the Kransberg Arts Foundation went gung-ho in rehabbing and staying true to the architectural structure. It's really beautiful. We have original hardwood floors, ceiling, the structural work on the boogie side is just, it'll make your jaw drop.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
And we've been open since November. We're kind of just trying to book a bunch of different live bands over there, put together a really good, simple, classic burger, smash burger, and the fries are phenomenal.
Yeah.
They are my absolute favorite. So, come by, try it out.
Yeah, I said I said you guys said we have a couple plain burgers. A burger can only be ruined. That's my theory.
I got you. Yeah.
And like my mom, God rest her soul, made a great burger. And I kind of judge all burgers based on that, right? And I remember going to one of the casinos one time and getting like a $50 burger. And it had like this really hard Kaiser thing and a birthday cake on it. I mean, it's just like, I can't even find the burger. And I know you guys have different kinds of burgers and lots of accoutrement, but it's a simple smash burger. I love it.
You can't ruin something that's classic. And when you've got great people on the grill behind the bar, it's really easy to put out a really great product.
Yeah. Miller, tell her about your part of it.
So I run the kitchen over there at the Key. We try to source as many of our ingredients as locally as we can. We use Boyards out in Maplewood over on Sutton for our ground beef. They keep me stocked up with 125 pounds a week on average. I also use Ozark Forest mushrooms, local mushroom distributor. So like that magic mushroom we were talking about earlier, a mushroom Swiss I brought for you. Definitely has those on there.
Are we in a good area for that, for locally sourcing?
We are.
Yeah. The Midwest. I mean, anything within 300 square miles is considered local. So we have access to Illinois, which has a lot of land for farming.
Yeah.
Southern Missouri is a bumper for that. The beef here in Missouri is spectacular. Just how we treat it.
We also have, which we didn't bring for you today, and I apologize, you'll just have to come back to the restaurant and try it. But we are also partnering with Ann and Allen Bakery for our gooey butter cakes, as well as STL Toasted on the Hill for our buffalo chicken toasted ravioli and our key lime toasted ravioli, which if you've never tried a dessert toasted ravioli, they are phenomenal.
Never have.
And the store on the Hill has a bunch of other varieties. Go check them out, but come to us first.
Man, you guys are really doing it right.
Yeah, we're trying.
Yeah, you really are.
You got a good foundation, so it's easy to grow and be excellent after that.
Yeah. So I snuck over and saw the event space. I play in a band, and so I was like telling my guy, like, "Oh, we need to, get booked here." Cool space.
Thanks.
Good size.
Yeah, huge size. We've got the main boogie floor, and then in the back we have the gallery, which features artists who do murals all around the district for Walls Off Washington. If you haven't checked that out, please do, down in the Grand Arts District area. But you can rent that for private parties, which is what some gentlemen did for the last Billikens game. We had like a party of 40 older gentlemen come in and rent out the gallery space. We did like a whole spread for them, and it was really nice for them to have their own area. TVs are also live and in charge back there.
Yeah.
So a lot of big space.
Didn't have to wait in line.
They didn't
for
have to
food.
wait in
They
line for
already-
food.
they
It got
already had
delivered
an
to
order.
them.
It was
They
out
had their
better,
own
yeah.
bar.
Yeah.
We had another bar on the boogie side, 2 of them actually, so to handle overflow or anything like
That's
that.
how older gentlemen do it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, 100%.
Skip the line. Skip the line.
Skip the line.
Order
Yeah.
ahead, plan it out, make sure that you're not stressed and you're still getting where you need to be on time.
I've been close to. I have no restaurant background at all except working at Mr. Donut, which
Delicious.
isn't that applicable. It turns out. But I have a famous football buddy of mine, and twice we thought about opening a restaurant and came really, really close to it. They kind of pussed out for good reason.
Yeah.
Because they're like, oh, it's only gonna be like $750,000 a piece. So I applaud anyone who has
Thanks.
the guts to do that. So
Yeah. Kudos to the Kranzberg Arts Foundation for taking a leap of faith, and hopefully it's going to pay out.
yeah.
They're really cemented in that area, so I
Yeah.
think we have the benefit of longevity.
And we were talking about you guys have really lucked out because you're right across from SLU, the Billiken season.
Yes, and God love the Billikens fans. They have been so good to us.
That's good.
They've been so good to the Billikens. The Billikens have been crushing it this season. I used to go as a kid, so it's really nice to see this renewed passion in St. Louis for this sports. And we are right next to the Chaffetz Arena, walking distance.
Yeah.
So people have been parking in the area, come and stop and by and see at us, and then heading over to the game, coming by afterwards.
Yeah.
It's been nice to get to know the neighbors.
You're getting love on our stream here. And one of our streamers says, do you feature just cover bands or local originals as well?
Open to local originals. Actually, we just had a band over there recently who played a couple originals as well as covers. But really, I just want a good dance band.
Yeah.
It goes through a curation process. We have a lot of music venues within the Grand Arts Districts, like Umbrella, the Dark Room, Central Stage, Sophie's. So if you want to play at any one of the venues, reach out to us and we'll try to figure out where you fit best.
Very cool.
But definitely down for original music as well.
Yeah. Before we let you go, some of your favorite things on the menu.
Mine's the Breakaway. I love the Breakaway. Honestly, anytime they see it come back, they know it's me. I get it with bacon and pickles, and it's so good. Also, highly recommend the, what's it called? The Dutch fries.
Oh, the double Dutch.
The double Dutch fries. It's got our
Jesus.
garlic mayo on it, and I add bacon to that too, because really bacon just makes everything delicious. The specialty fries we have are phenomenal. They're so good.
They are. I like her chicken wings a lot. The jerk wings are fairly popular.
Okay.
We know how to get that skin crispy,
Yeah.
which everybody wants. They're gluten free too. So
Hey.
like,
Bonus.
like a
Bonus.
Yeah.
like everybody's into that gluten free thing nowadays, whether by choice or like by need.
Yeah.
But we can offer a little bit of gluten free.
You should have a Honora option where you add pickles and bacon to everything.
Honestly, that sounds like a solid bet. We do have a couple secret menu items, but you'll have to come by and hang out to figure out
Okay.
what they are.
Yeah.
Awesome. So the website is thekeySTL.com. Just across from SLU, but for people who are familiar, like where would they find it?
3225 Olive Street. So just down the way from Grand and Compton, right at the corner of Olive and Compton, really.
All right. Best of luck. We'll see you soon. Thanks for bringing in the food.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us.
Two St. Louis icons, one legendary tribute. Join the St. Louis Symphony Orchestra and St. Louis City SC at Powell Hall on Sunday, February 15th for Eternal, a tribute to Tina Turner. Presented by Purina, with performances by special guests including conductor Anthony Parthener, Grammy Award-winning artist Brittany Howard of Alabama Shakes, and our city's own Kennedy Homes. This is your chance to experience the ultimate journey through Tina's immortal catalog. Tickets are limited. Get yours now at slso.org.
Wait, Corey from Air Comfort Service? What are you doing in my basement?
Standing behind our work.
It's 9 p.m.
At Air Comfort Service Heating, Cooling, and Installation, we take pride in our work. If you need heating service, no matter the time of day or night, we're here to help with 24/7 emergency service.
So you're just going to stand behind my furnace?
Yeah, pretty much.
Can you hand me those paper towels then?
Absolutely. For heating service or HVAC maintenance, visit aircomfortservice.com. That's aircomfortservice.com.
You know your customers. Ralph likes his coffee black on Fridays, but Mondays he takes a little cream. Jennifer comes in every 3 years when her lease is up to get the newer and better model. And for some reason, pepperoni pizza sells like crazy on Friday nights. Who knew? At Odyssey, we have the expertise to get your media plan done right. With ads like you're hearing right now, to targeted social media campaigns, search engine optimization, and location-based advertising. Advertise with Odyssey and help us grow your business. Visit ads.odyssey.com.
Thy ticket, Lady Jennifer of Coolidge.
Well, many thanks, good sir. Here'th my Discover card.
They accept Discover at Renaissance fairs?
Yeah, they do here. Discover is accepted at the places I love to shop. Getteth with the times.
With the times?
You're playing the lute. Yeah, and it sounds pretty good, right?
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2025 Nielsen report.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
Trust is earned. That's why I've stuck with Straight Talk. Same price as 2009 on Verizon's 5G network. Cause shoot, anyone can make a promise. Keeping it for years, that means something.
Now plans starting at $25 a month with 4 lines. Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Same price claim applies only to the base monthly price of our $45 plan from October 2009 to present.
NeoVitan began with one doctor's mission to help others feel their best. After years of caring for patients, Dr. Ken Ribicki, a St. Louis physician, created NeoVitan, a line of multivitamins designed with quality, safety, and everyday wellness in mind. Each formula is made in the U.S. using the finest domestic and international ingredients to support real people living real lives. Discover the difference today with NeoVitan, available at Schnucks, Deerbergs, and neovitan.com. NeoVitan, trusted nutrition from St. Louis for St. Louis.
Thank you, St. Louis, for making Genesis of St. Charles your most trusted and #1 Genesis dealer in Missouri for 2026. We know your time is valuable. That's why every purchase comes with 3 years of complimentary Genesis Service Valet. Unlock your e-price and save. That means complimentary vehicle pickup and delivery, plus a loaner vehicle at no additional cost. Or want something new? We'll bring the test drive to you. Visit genesisofstcharles.com today. Based on GMA sales records for 2025. See dealer for details.
Working full-time but still falling behind? Learn how real estate education can help you build income and get ahead on your terms. Text radio to 88007. That's RADIO to 88007. Presented by Lifestyles Unlimited.
Still here, still trusted. The voice of St. Louis, KMOX.
Welcome back, DGS. I'm not a U2 guy at all, but when this first came out, 1980, something like that, and so I've been 16, 17, little, fledgling musician. I loved it.
Well, the stuff back then was good.
Yeah. I didn't like that the way they progressed.
There are a lot of people who don't think they're very good. And I mean people in music, not people like me. I mean music people, they're just not any good. But they still like that stuff. They still like the Sunday Bloody Sunday, the earliest record.
When did they start getting bad?
Probably after they got super famous.
I liked this. I think they did an iPhone commercial with the song Vertigo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. It might not have been an iPhone commercial, but that was a big song.
Yeah. I have senior pictures taken in that style.
Yeah.
Those commercials.
At Johnston's, is that where you went?
Maybe. I don't remember. The one that's on Godfrey Road.
Yeah.
Johnston's.
That's where I went. And I got a t-shirt with it in that style. But then do you guys remember in 2014, U2 had their album automatically added?
I still have it.
Oh, of course I do.
Dude, I did too. I
still have
it. Was it Songs of Innocence?
Is
that?
I don't know, but it was Songs of Suckiness.
I don't know how to delete anything. So
it was an awful record.
I'll just do housework and I'll put it on shuffle, and one of those songs will pop up. I'm like, what the hell is this?
Like some of the ones on Joshua Tree weren't terrible. There were a couple on Rattle and Hum that weren't terrible.
Their 2000 album, All That You Can't Leave Behind, is a masterpiece. And when I listen to it, I am always like, how in the hell is this the same songs of Innocence made. It's the same way that I feel when I listen to like Sunday Bloody Sunday, which is one of my favorite songs.
You know the Henry Rollins take on U2, right?
No.
Singer can't sing, drummer can't drum, guitar players always plays one chord. Like he just basically thinks they suck musically, and I don't know enough to know whether or not that's accurate.
They're as a musician,
Henry Rollins sucks musically.
I mean, he's not exactly great. He's a punk guy. Yeah.
I mean, they're very weird, no doubt. But I mean, I think Larry Mullen Jr. is a very good drummer.
Okay,
he's very innovative. Very, like that little thing he's doing right there sounds really easy. It's not. Like once you try to do it,
like the joke is that the Edge plays like one chord and then he just plays it really long,
but he
lets it ride.
But he was the first guy to do that.
No, I know. Yeah, he had his own sound.
Yeah,
and
he'll tell you he
Bono's
doesn't
fine,
think
too.
he's like a virtuoso. He's like, yeah, I guess I do this.
Yeah.
I mean, Bono's fine too. He's just got his own thing.
Bono's just Bono.
Yeah,
he's just doing his thing.
Great frontman.
Yeah, I don't think when I hear somebody say singer can't sing, I'm like, he sounds like he can sing.
Yeah.
Just they pick a lot. They make a lot of weird choices. Like they seem to make some music just because they know they could make anything and sell it.
As a guy that sings in a band, there are a couple different kinds of singers. There's the kind of singer who can sing anything.
Yeah.
And then there's Bono,
Who's got a sound.
who just has a sound.
Yeah.
He probably wouldn't be very good at singing Beatles or
good point
Queen, but he's great at that.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of singers who have been like that.
Oh my God.
Mick
Yeah.
Jagger.
A lot of the best ones are like that.
Yeah.
Where they may not be the best classically trained or technically, but they sound like themselves and nobody else sounds like them.
Yeah.
Thornton Photography. Andrew.
That's it.
I think I got them mixed up with Johnson's Corner when I said Johnson.
I forget the name of our local photographer. Oh my God. I came so close to getting the douchiest photo shoot of all time. I was a lawyer, I think. So I was old enough to know better. And I splurged and I bought this really beautiful wood grain Gretsch drum set that I couldn't afford. And I was so enamored with it. I hate even saying this, but I called them to set up a photo shoot of me and the drums. And I didn't plan to be sitting behind the drums. I meant to have them sort of stacked and me sort of sitting on them like furniture. I had the whole thing in my head. It looked so great. It was so cool. And now all I have to do is think about that, and I get referred embarrassment from myself. Like, oh, man, that would have been so embarrassing.
Yeah, but it's your senior picture, you know, like.
No, I was 26.
Oh.
I've almost done a lot of things, and I have done a
I
lot of things.
also was going to be like, that's fine for a senior picture.
No.
It's cute.
Yeah, no.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That
Lots of
would be
people
bad.
got it
then.
with there.
Yes.
I just want to rag one more time on the administration. And it's a simple thing. And I know I'm wrong. But I just saw that J.D. Vance used 14 planes, 100 cars, and 300 people to make his brief stop at the Olympics just to get booed. I know that presidents who I've loved have done that, and vice presidents, and those who I loathe do it. And I don't want them to run the business like they're out of money. But at the same time, we're out of money. We have 38 trillion plus in debt. Do you think anyone ever looks at this and goes, it's going to cost $10 million, 14 planes, 100 cars, and 300 personnel to send J.D. Vance to the Olympics? Maybe he doesn't go.
No, I don't think they
I
ever
don't think
do
they
that.
either. I don't think they do either.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. I've never seen like an administration deprive themselves in that way.
And maybe they shouldn't. Maybe it's one of those things like, Dave, you're such a hick. It's important for the world leaders to be there, and it's good for our blah 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 whatever. But there's still a lot of Jack Glover in me where I'm like, really?
Yeah. I think we all are right there with you on principle. You know what I mean? If nothing else.
I mean, if the only thing you're going for is appearances, maybe pay your own way.
Ooh.
Whoa.
And again, I mean that for anybody. I don't give a crap if it's a Republican or Democrat. It's just you get free tickets and you're going to spend all, I mean, come on. Pay your own way. If you want to do something for image.
Wheels have my first hot take on sports.
Uh-oh.
I think you're going to thrash me.
Uh-oh.
We're looking for a right-hand bat.
Yes.
What about McCutchen from the Pirates?
He fits what they're talking about.
Hey.
They're talking about an outfielder who hits right-handed. So sure. Why not?
Toward the end of his career.
In a part-time role. I mean,
Solid
he's going to be a platoon guy. I don't know that he's going to leave Pittsburgh. Like, I think he'll retire before he does that because, I mean,
he's a Pittsburgh guy.
He already went back. I mean, he left there and came back. But I mean, like, I don't know that he wants to go to a rebuilding team at this stage of his career. I think he would have done it for Pittsburgh because he's spent so much of his career in Pittsburgh. But no, that's not a terrible, crazy idea.
Okay.
That's the kind of guy they're looking for. They're looking for someone.
Yeah, get out on top.
Who is okay playing part-time.
I dare you to bring that up on Rush Hour.
Yeah. I mean, his the name, I don't think that he's going to think of that because if you're him, you're probably looking to be either with the team that you've been with or you want to be in a better situation. But I mean, he's in that spot where I'm sure he's okay with part-time duty.
Yeah.
And he's a right-handed hitting outfielder. You don't want to play him in center field anymore, but
here's what you say. You say our baseball insider had a fascinating proposal today.
We got Joel on the stream mentioned the name that Matt and I were talking about last week was Randall Grichuk. But again, I'm assuming he would prefer a better team if he can find it.
Yeah. Rach?
I just had another thing about JD Vance. So he is the first vice president to ever go to Armenia. I think he just left Armenia. And after he met with the leaders there, his official account posted commemorating the Armenian genocide, basically. And that upset Turkey, who's a U.S. ally. So they took the post down and then they said, oh, this was posted by a staffer who wasn't on the trip. And it's
Funny.
wait.
Same one.
So a staffer mistakenly used the word genocide.
They need new staffers.
It's just interesting to see this play out. This could obviously happen to anyone. It's not necessarily like a JD Vance thing, but it's you just get to blame the staffers for everything now.
Why don't you play the sound, Rach, of how we feel about that?
Yeah, hold on. Give me 1 second here because, I feel like the people need to know how we feel.
I cannot believe
if
that
you
the
don't
two
know
of you-
louder than I remember.
If you don't know what that is, you have to go podcast the first hour.
Yeah. But that is, for those that missed it, that's Dave and Rach in perfect sync, but not rehearsed.
We both did the same thing at the
You
same
made
time.
the exact same noise at the exact same time. That's not spliced together. That is actually how it sounded in real time.
Me and Dave going escape from
And
Witch Mountain.
you guys either had a plan from the office earlier today to do that, or you just have way too many brainwaves shared.
Mitch is asking if he and Dave Murray can do the EU. One more time, Rach. Pretty great. Tell you guys about my friend Dr. Matt Bays at Bays Sports Medicine. Matt is in a niche. He's an MD. He's a doctor, and regarded one of the best sports doctors in town, and regarded as one of the leading experts in the Midwest on regenerative medicine, which is a fancy word for the stem cell injections. So I have seen Matt do about a dozen stem cell injections. A couple were memorable. One was a lovely woman who flew in from Manhattan, and she's a marathon runner, probably, late 30s. And she was having some trouble, and it went into her hip and her muscles, and it was so interesting. Then another guy was a special ops guy, retired, obviously. He's probably my age, and jumping out of planes and being shot and breaking everything. And he said that the stem cell injections were the only thing that gave him any relief. But the stem cell injections are not the only arrow in Matt's quiver. If you or someone in your family has an injury, slip and fall, auto accident, sports, whatever, or it's chronic, maybe you tore something playing college ball and now you're 50 years old and it just bothers you, go see Matt. He's great. Plus, he's the most dedicated doctor I've ever met to customer service. 636-735-3003 or BaysSportsMed.com.
Start your day with an edge.
Total Information AM.
It's like breakfast for your brain. I wake up, I turn on the news.
I gotta listen 3 or 4 times every day.
Debbie Monterey, Megan Lynch, Tom Ackerman.
I like to wake up with the news.
Total Information AM.
It's where I get my news. Traffic conditions and potential weather that's coming.
Total Information AM. Weekdays 5 to 9.
I like to turn it on and just get caught up.
Where I get my news. The news, weather, and traffic.
On the voice of St. Louis, KMOX. Traffic from the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
Well, westbound 70 just has a couple of spots where it's a little bit busy as you leave downtown. Westbound Highway 70, I don't see anything right now, but there's a little bit of a backup running from the usual Veterans Bridge out through Madison, so just be prepared for that. Westbound 70 after that is slow 5th Street out to about Zumbel. They were clearing some debris from the center lanes. Westbound 370, we have road work going on at the Earth City area. It's jammed westbound at the Mills to 141 on westbound 370 at this time. If you're on westbound Highway 64, just kind of slow from the Science Center headed out through McCausland. It's again Clayton Warson out through Ballast, kind of busy. And a couple of spots from 364 to 70, not a complete delay the whole way through there. Southbound 270, 364 down to Ladue. It's a little busy at Clayton Road, but after that, it looks good down to 55. Westbound 44, the right lane's just a little busy at Geyer. Southbound 55, south of Arsenal to Bates and right through Highway Z, a little heavy traffic. Eastbound 64 is bumper to bumper onto 5570. They started some road repair today at Exchange Avenue. They have a couple lanes closed, so eastbound 64 backed up to the Poplar, and eastbound 64 is also heavy, approaching 157 midway to 159 for road work. I'm Roger Brand at the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
For decades, Morgan & Morgan has represented hundreds of thousands of people at their hour of need. Injuries on the job, car crashes, medical malpractice, and nursing home abuse, Social Security claims, dangerous drugs, and dangerous products. We became America's largest injury firm for a reason, and no firm is even close. Then we got to thinking, what if we could prevent these terrible events before they occurred? So we built the AI-powered People Protector. Simply visit peopleprotector.com and type in the product you have questions about before you buy it. Children's toys and accessories, cars, drugs, products, you name it, we got it. With our success, we decided to pay it forward for all of America. Our way of saying thank you for your trust all these years. Morgan & Morgan, protecting America. And if you've already been injured, just visit us at forthepeople.com.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements. Past results afford no guarantee of future results. Every case is different and must be judged on its own merits.
Join Mark Patrick Hypnosis. Lose the weight or stop smoking. Guaranteed only $59.99. Saturday, March 7th at the Residence Inn by Marriott St. Louis Westport in St. Louis. Weight loss hypnosis starts at 11 a.m. Registration at 10:30 a.m. Stop smoking starts at 2 p.m. Registration 1:30 p.m.
The Humane Society of Missouri's 5th Annual Day of Giving is going on now. A day dedicated to sharing the true rescue stories of animals saved from abuse and neglect. Watch and make a difference by donating at hsmo.org/dog. That's hsmo.org/dog.
With the new IHOP value menu, $6 is all it takes to go to your happy place, where stacks of pancakes with bacon and eggs are just $6 every day. French toast, sausage, and eggs are, you guessed it, $6. And fluffy omelets come with a side of pancakes and only cost $6. Go to your happy plates every day at IHOP. $7 in some locations. Available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
Do you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS like Mark?
I've been doing home remodeling for 30 plus years, but the economy crashed. I wound up losing my home, losing my job, and on top of that, owing the IRS a ton of money. I owed the IRS $114,000. It really, truly was the worst part of my life.
Then Mark found tax relief advocates.
On news radio, I heard about TRA, and I thought, what's the worst that could happen? So I picked up the phone and I called them. When it was all said and done, TRA settled my $114,000 debt for $100, and I'm telling you, I was ecstatic. Could not believe it. Would recommend TRA to anyone.
If you owe 10 or even hundreds of thousands of dollars to the IRS, don't lose hope. Do what Mark did and call TRA for a consultation.
But TRA did. They gave me a second chance, and I'm forever grateful.
Visit TRA.com or call 800-491-9914. 800-491-9914. That's 800-491-9914.
Hey, it's Matt Pauley. I'm in Jupiter, Florida, covering Cardinal spring training as the Redbirds get ready for a new season.
Listen for Matt's Reports Daily. Sponsored by St. Louis Composting and Happy Roof on the voice of the Cardinals, KMOX.
Welcome back, guys. DGS on KMOX 335. Dave Berry brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Desk. Hello, Dave.
Hello there. Are you ready?
Ready.
Are you ready?
Ready.
Drum roll, please. My people and your people have talked. The spring forecast. February 26th. It's a Thursday.
I think your seasonal forecasts make me feel like time is moving faster than anything else.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, I'm like, we just did it. How can we be doing it again?
And think of it on my part. I've got to gear from winter, truly a lot more winter to go, to say, okay, now I have to look at March, April, and May. That plays with your head a little bit.
Yeah, of course it does.
Don't get domed up, Dave.
Huh. I don't know what that means.
Don't get in your head.
Oh.
Domed up.
That's right.
Is that a you saying or is that the kids?
It's a baseball saying.
Oh, didn't know that either.
Oh,
very good.
Learn something new every day.
Well, it's a gorgeous day today.
Yeah, 60 degrees right now. That'll be the warmest of the week.
Okay.
But it's not really cold air coming in. Just a little bit.
A little rain tomorrow?
Not much.
All right.
If you ran into a sprinkle, maybe. That's about it. There's a front coming through. Tomorrow, for the most, if we see any of that, it's overnight tonight. But tomorrow's sunny. It's cooler. It's cooler by about 10 to 15 degrees. So in the 40s to near 50 degrees, 33 Wednesday night. Thursday, lots of clouds and 47. Friday, sunny and 54. Next storm system, which will come out of the southwest, they're always slow to come out. And obviously, just whether we're talking rain or snow, you don't have a good feel for these things until they get over the Rockies, other than the fact that this one will be all rain. There's no snow involved in this. And it'll be developing. Timings are fuzzy right now, but late Saturday, definitely Saturday night and into Sunday morning. Think Saturday night, Sunday morning, wet.
Right.
It could be a solid wet.
So we might get some Mardi Gras in.
Yeah.
On Saturday.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
Okay. Headlines, Rach.
Headlines is brought to you by Schnucks. Reward yourself daily with the Schnucks Rewards app. I just want to say really quick, Mitch says the spring forecast should be on February 25th because that's his birthday. It's also...
Sorry, Mitch. Not going to happen.
It's also my niece Darcy's birthday. So I was just reminiscing.
Mitch is learning to live with disappointment, is he?
Yeah. Hey, look, it's best to learn it while you're young.
Yeah. These are always done on a Thursday. We don't like to change.
That is true. I thought Dave Murray would like my first story. Weather drones are taking flight as NOAA expands their forecasting tools. They're going to use drones called Meteo drones, and they're scheduled to fly routine missions through April of 2026 from a base in Oklahoma, collecting atmospheric data between roughly 50 feet and 20,000 feet above the ground.
Yeah, I like that. That's good. Gives us some more information to play with, though. I would still like to shoot one of those out of the sky.
Fair.
Just saying.
It does sound fun, doesn't it?
Blink it.
Yeah.
NASA is loosening one of its rules. It's finally letting astronauts take smartphones into space. So I did not realize this, but you were not allowed to bring a smartphone up there until now. Space crews have relied on agency issued cameras and tablets to document things and to communicate. So this is a part of a broader push to streamline NASA's hardware approval process.
So I guess they have Wi-Fi?
I mean, a lot of that's done via satellite. You're up there.
It's
So.
probably more satellite internet,
Yeah.
which is basically Wi-Fi. Starlink or whatever, the Elon thing.
Yeah.
You ever see that?
Yeah.
It's fun.
Across the sky.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's neat.
Yeah.
That is the coolest.
It's like a train.
Yeah.
It's extremely cool and like borderline disturbing,
Yeah.
right? Because you see like, boy,
Wow, that's
There's a
something.
lot of those.
a lot of stuff up there in that sky of ours.
And I don't think we did this story in headlines a couple weeks ago when I saw the story, but Blue Origin is developing their own satellite communications network. It's going to be called TerraWave. So there's going to be even more up there doing kind of, from what I understand, the same thing that SpaceX is doing.
Why can't we get together and just do one?
Great question, Dave.
I know a lot of money is involved, but let's pool our resources and say, you know what? Let's do one thing
Mhm.
and do it right.
Streamlined.
Musk popped his head up today to say that 1,000% chance the United States goes bankrupt. Thanks, Elon.
1,000%.
1,000% chance.
Well, okay. How do I put this? If we're like $2 trillion in debt or whatever, and we're not quote unquote bankrupt, what could possibly happen?
It's a fair argument.
If I came to you guys and I was like, guys, I'm in trouble. I am $2 trillion in credit card debt, you'd be like, okay, well, your life is over. You have to literally declare that you're starting over from scratch in all parts of life. They're going to make you go to elementary school again.
Well, my understanding of some of it, and again, this is cursory. I don't know crap about macroeconomics, but I did see someone who does discuss this at length, that a lot of the debt is owned in like 20, 25-year bonds. So it's not like somebody can just come collect. You know, you can collect, but you ain't collecting until the end, until that thing is matured. So it's kind of a safeguard against that immediate short-term danger, in the sense that, yeah, you have investors and yeah, they have money, but there's nothing to collect until that comes to maturity.
I believe we had a balanced budget under Clinton.
We did.
It's amazing how
that was
quickly,
I think that was the last time it happened.
How quickly you can build up $38 trillion.
Well, 9/11 happened, and a lot of expenditures went out to building government, and not criticizing, just saying that happened.
So to be clear, Elon said that the only thing that could save us from 1,000% going bankrupt would be AI and robots. And, you know,
gee, I wonder who might have a solution for those.
Yeah, exactly. It's like,
the snake oil salesman is telling you you're sick so he can sell you the medicine.
I also didn't exactly need my $37 trillion PPP loan that I got a couple years ago. Some of this might be on me.
Well, since we're already talking
Maybe if
about...
Elon would pay his freaking taxes, then we wouldn't have to worry about
it.
So since we're already talking about Elon Musk, I had a story here. He said on Sunday that SpaceX has shifted its focus to building a self-growing city on the moon. And they're basically giving up on the whole Mars thing. In the past, he had said, like, no, the moon is a distraction. We're going straight to Mars. Now we are shifting back to the moon, and we're doing a city on the moon. Don't worry about Mars anymore.
That's because the Mars thing is really difficult. Like for humans, it's not that. I mean, obviously, we've had rovers there for a long time. That part we know how to do. But for humans, that's the hard part.
Yeah, I remember in the 2010s, because I was working in radio, going on this website, it was like Mars 2020. We're putting people on Mars by 2020. And I'm like, wow, that's going to be so crazy when that happens. It didn't happen.
How long does it take to get to the moon? Does anyone know offhand? Like a spaceship?
Like 3 days.
That's it?
Yeah.
Something like that.
I guess it's just like right
close.
Up
yeah.
Well, sometimes it's hard to find, you know, no matter how close it is.
Sometimes you can't see it. During things made cheese. Anyway.
I didn't even do that, Dave.
Yeah, no,
I did not even do that.
Yeah, so the moon is 3 days. Mars is somewhere between 7 and 10 months, depending on.
That's it.
I thought it was way longer than that.
I thought it was like
long way.
I thought it was like 5 years.
I thought it was like 10 years. Seriously.
No, it's like it's less than a year, but a lot of it depends on how things are lined up at the time you're going. You got to time it so that you're, getting the most direct path.
Oregon Trail took longer than that. I'm just a little surprised.
Well, they didn't have rockets, buddy.
Good point. Eddie Bauer has filed Chapter 11. I haven't thought about Eddie Bauer in a very long time.
Wow.
But they've tried.
We're talking about the company, not the guy.
I haven't heard that name in years.
Yes, the company.
Yeah.
So they're
Eddie Bauer. Yeah, they had some outdoorsy type stuff. They had good flannels back in the day.
But they're so expensive. I don't know if that's a recent thing, but there's one, or it used to be one in the
expensive.
Galleria that was like prohibitively expensive.
They were always expensive, as I remember.
If you weren't $38 trillion in debt, you could afford it.
Yeah.
So,
how do you think I got there?
Eddie Bauer.
Oh, my Eddie Bauer flannels.
We haven't been to Naples in a few years, but the family used to go to Naples every year. And in downtown Naples, there's a Tommy Bahama. And Fee was probably 10. And she goes, God, you are so old. And I'm like, what? She goes, the fact that you love everything at Tommy Bahama. And I haven't walked in since. I'm just like, wow, I didn't realize that. But I did. It used to be Gap when I was like 22. I could just walk into any Gap, grab something like, oh, this is going to be fine.
Yeah.
Now it's Tommy Bahama.
She don't got to be mean about it.
I mean,
I like a Tommy Bahama.
How old was she at the time?
Like 10.
I was going to say, have you met kids?
That's true.
Kids
That's true. Kids are not terribly nice.
I did not realize that Tommy Bahama did women's wear as well. I thought it was just for the guys.
Tina Bahama. Tommy Bahama.
Yeah, I like that
off the rails. We've gone off the rails.
That's why you do a couple. You don't go with the first idea.
Can I just say this? I'm the host.
Yes.
And in my head, everything I say, I'm like, Will this make Mr. Hyland spin? And Andrew's just back there drunk on schnapps.
He's burger drunk.
Back there speaking in tongues.
He's just making sounds.
But you guys made sounds earlier, though.
You did.
Yeah.
Every time I hear it, it's funnier.
It's crazy.
I want to see the two wave. We won't, because if you look at the wave, it's going to be just one.
Yeah.
Because it's the same file. But I would love to see those two separate, because you guys have the exact same thing there.
We should turn that into a song. You know how they?
Yeah, just like
sample it,
put a little drum beat to it. Yeah. What kind of song?
We can go a lot of ways.
Bad Bunny can do that.
Yeah, it could be a little like a little
Be in the
international
Super Bowl
pop.
show next year.
Yeah.
Yeah, people boycotting us. This is just an old man in a hot chick.
I'm so tired of that song.
I can't
What do
take it.
What do you think of Super Bowl next year being on Valentine's Day?
I didn't know that.
Romance.
Do we know yet who the artist is? Did they announce that ahead?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
They got to wait a little bit to see who's going to be the biggest star they can get at the time.
Do you think that they will feel any pressure to do something more conventional?
Wait till the ratings come out.
I'm going to say, I don't think the NFL feels much pressure of anything.
They had 135 million eyes.
I mean, they are the biggest show every year. Super Bowl's the biggest television show every year. And I mean, what was it this year? 94 of the top 100 television shows were NFL games.
Yeah.
They don't have to worry about anything.
Thank you, Dave. Appreciate it.
All righty.
Tell you guys about Mosby Building Arts. And my message with this is it's pretty simple. And this doesn't come along every day. In fact, it probably comes along once or twice in a radio guy's career, where you can represent a company that who, for longer than you've been on the air, has been the consensus gold standard of a business. But that's the way it is with Mosby. I'm going all the way back before I was in radio. And if you listen to KMOX, you knew Mosby, and you knew like the show on the weekends, which they still do. Rich does it now. And you just knew that it was quality. And over the 25 years when I've represented other companies that do remodeling, if Mosby's name comes up, they treat it with reverence. And that's their competitors. So if you're thinking about doing any remodeling to your home, especially a kitchen, a lower level, or maybe an outdoor patio, cooking surface kind of shenanigans, big brick pizza oven, the kind of stuff when you go to someone's house, you're like, damn, what would it be like to have one of those? They're going to make sure that every aspect of the process is very enjoyable for you and yours. 314-909-1800 for a free brainstorming session. Call Mosby.com for information.
Traffic from the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
Well, if you're traveling on westbound Highway 370, we've got a jam running from the Mills out to 141 because of road work. They just opened the traffic lanes. I mentioned last time up about debris in the roadway, westbound 70 before Zumbel. They just opened up those right lanes. Westbound 70 has a little slowdown, Riverview through Jennings Station, and then it's bogged down at our city, jammed on the Blanchette Bridge out through 94. It's opening up about midway down the hill. We have a backup on westbound 70 after that from Forestell midway out to Wright City because of an incident there. If you're on westbound Highway 64, it's busy. Kings Highway out to McCausland, Clayton Worth, and the Ballast slow. West of Winghaven through 364, and then at Prospect, just a couple of heavy spots. Southbound 270 approaching 364 all the way down through Manchester, and then it gets better after that. South 170, Midland down through about Delmar is the slow part, sort of odd. Southbound 55, south of Arsenal to Bates, a little slowdown south of Butler Hill and through Highway Z. And then that road work jamming Illinois drivers eastbound 64 on the Poplar onto 5570 at Exchange, and then 64 itself approaching 157 midway to 159 is slow. I'm Roger Brand in the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
Retirement shouldn't feel like balancing a checkbook while blindfolded. I'm Gary Goldberg, and my team helps you see the big picture so you can retire younger, richer, and with less anxiety. Because guessing is not a strategy. Tune in to Wealth and Wisdom with Gary Goldberg Saturday mornings at 7 here on KMOX.
Every spring brings promises, and every spring delivers surprises. This year, the Cardinals are writing a new story, and there will be plenty of surprises. Matt Pauley is in Jupiter with inside access to Camp Cardinals.
Presented by St. Louis Composting. Composting, growing gardens and making memories. And Happy Roof. We always create happy endings.
From breakout performances to roster revelations, get reports throughout the day on the voice of the Cardinals. KMOX.
Join us on February 15th at Powell Hall as the St. Louis Symphony Orchestra and St. Louis City SC brings us Eternal, a tribute to Tina Turner. Presented by Purina, with special guests Brittany Howard of Alabama Shakes and Kennedy Holmes. Experience the ultimate journey through Tina's immortal catalog. Tickets are limited. Get yours now at slso.org.
Shopping with your parents can be embarrassing.
Why would they sell jeans with holes in them? I'm going to speak to the manager.
Mom!
That hoodie is giving. You should get it. YOLO.
Thanks to the Chase mobile app, your kid can shop independently while you keep an eye on their spending. So you can go from
we can be twinsies
to
how was shopping? Saw you stayed on budget.
Thanks, Mom. Freedom for kids, control for parents. That's family banking from Chase.
Account subject to approval. Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank N.A. member FDIC.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. You know, the big wireless companies say they have discounts for people over 55. But unless you're willing to sit on hold and ask, you're probably paying more than you should. At Consumer Cellular, there's nothing to hunt down. We're built for people 50 plus with plans starting at just $20. And our 100% US-based customer service actually answers the phone. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com today and get your second month free for a limited time.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textingterms.us. Texting enrolls you for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message data rates may apply. Reply stop to opt out.
This is an important message for all parents of teens. If your teen or preteen is or has been addicted to social media sites such as Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, TikTok, or YouTube, and they have suffered from eating disorders, body image issues, anxiety, depression, or suicidal thoughts, you may be eligible to participate in a lawsuit for significant compensation. Disclosures by a Facebook whistleblower show Instagram and Facebook know their social media platforms were highly addictive and may have caused eating disorders, body image issues, depression, and suicidal ideation. It appears these social media companies knew they had been causing serious harm to kids, but have done little to stop it. If your teen has been harmed by social media like Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, TikTok, or YouTube, then you could be eligible for significant compensation. If you'd like to discuss a lawsuit, text LEVEL to 323232, LEVEL to 323232, LEVEL to 323232.
Paid non-attorney spokesperson, Media Advertising Specialists, LLC, is responsible for the content of this ad with principal offices in Chicago, Illinois.
Welcome back, DGS. We have the think tank coming up at the top of the hour. Weird little 1-minute segment here. A man in Texas can fold 250 functional paper airplanes in 1 hour, which is a Guinness World Record. I have a blind spot for this. I cannot make a paper airplane.
Oh, really?
No.
I haven't tried in a long time, but we can make some good ones. It's all about the quality of the paper.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, if you have thicker paper,
I've only
it's way
used
better.
Notebook.
Yeah.
Yeah, the notebook paper makes it difficult.
The trick on the notebook paper is to double fold and then make it a little smaller and then use a paper clip on the end for weight.
Yep. I bet you made your share of paper footballs back.
Oh
in
my
the
God,
day.
yeah. Boom. We used
Evidently,
to kick those,
I'm in a room full of experts on this.
Yeah.
So
I could never do a paper airplane.
That doesn't make me feel any better. Let me tell you guys about a brand new sponsor of the show, Stewie at Stewart's American Mortgage. Was it yesterday he was on? Yeah. And he was great. He's a great guy, really just salt to the earth kind of dude. And he explained to me in his office why he is unique. He does the bagel loan. Bagel because it looks like a zero and you pay zero in fees that other lenders are going to charge. He has a very streamlined